Alright, it is Monday and we are here. We're going to be doing Curse of Strahd. It is a 5e D&D module. I added my own little details and stuff like that, but we've got our players in a Discord call right now, and they are talking in my ear right now. I've got Darian, who is also known as Type Bunkus 420. I've got Fondo, I've got Bex, and I've got Mai. So I'm gonna go ahead and just unmute, and we're gonna jump right into it.
I actually get to use my dice.
I don't have dice.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
You guys are now live now.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, so everyone is here now.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Type Bunkus is back, baby.
Oh, I'm already. This is gonna be great.
So we
Love it here.
didn't stream last time the origin stories of everybody, but we did do little like session zeros for everybody as far as origins went. And so I'd like to introduce the characters as they show up individually. So that will basically go in the terms of initiative order, the way we did the session 0. So we opened the story into a small village within Barovia, just between the Barovian territory and the Forlorn territory, known as Venparturi. And hiding within the trees is a very large bird creature, humanoid, a Kenku by the name of Warning, who Fondoa is playing.
Hello.
You've been kind of hiding out in this little area for a while now. Are you looking for anything in particular, or?
Well, just kind of watching people, seeing what goods are being moved about, since that was part of my contract.
Yeah, I mean, from what you've been able to assess, goods haven't really been moving out too much, but they have been moving in. It seems like Venparturi is starting to kind of light up as a lot of a preparation of some kind of festival is taking place. are you looking for any more information than that, or would you like to ask any more information about that?
Well, since I just recently got here, he's gonna just kind of be sitting and watching for a little bit, kind of seeing what he can see.
Okay.
Kind of taking mental notes.
What
He's not
kind of...
really encroaching on anything yet.
Okay. Yeah, mental notes are good. I mean, what kind of mental notes, what are you looking for specifically?
Mainly to see what's coming in, because you said not a whole lot's moving out, but he mainly wants to keep track of what's like coming in, like if he could tell what's being moved in.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So if I'm gonna jump over your character sheet really quick. Really quick. Like super quick though.
Yeah, do you need it?
I'm
This is
loading it
so
up.
fast.
I'm loading it up right now at like lightning speed.
My God.
There we go. Okay. So you are basically doing either a... I would say this is a perception roll because you're not exactly investigating close up and personal. Would
Okay,
you please make a perception roll for me?
I can. 17.
17? Okay. I mean, one of the most obvious ones is going to be the Wizards of Wine. There is a caravan coming in from that. It is a pretty popular, pretty well-known winery, especially within Barovia. There is, in fact, the home of that place is far west from Kristaven.
Okay.
A lot of those goods travel all over the place from Barovia. Like I said before, it's very popular. It's like there's other cheaper wine and stuff like that, but as far as like good tasting wine goes, one of the more major exports of Barovia would be that. Additionally, you do notice there's a lot of like extra help coming through from the north's, not so much from where you came from in the south, or sorry, you came from the east.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much from the Gorge of Passing Sorrow where you came from, but definitely from the north and the west. A lot more from the north, which makes sense. You're aware of the territory. Actually, you did come from the north, because you came from Logvarov.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, it seems to be like meats and stuff like that. I mean, you can almost smell most of the cargo that comes through.
Okay.
You
Does
d-
it seem like most of it would be for, if I recall from the like, little intro thing, there was like a festival happening or what they're setting
yes.
up for?
Yeah,
Okay, so it
yeah.
looks like they're prepping for that.
Yeah, for sure. And it's all mainly going into an inn called the Four Winds Inn.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Okay.
a large inn. It actually branches off. It's in the circle of town, but it kind of branches off, so it looks like a big L. And then
Okay.
in the point of that L points directly at the monolith that we talked about before. It's like a cylindrical prism that stands about 60 feet tall with four exits or entrances that pass through it on either side, with the runes that are scribed vertically along it. The inn itself is pretty large. It seems to be able to house quite a bit. It's almost out of place with the rest of this area. It seems like it must get a lot of business because of it.
Okay.
Additionally, you will notice you'll hear some rumbling and stuff like that. You'll notice up in the sky, there seems to be a storm brewing.
Okay.
It should probably hit by the time the festival starts, is what you imagine. It should be. It probably will hit you in about 6 hours.
Okay.
Would you like to do anything else?
I think by this point, because he's probably been up in the tree for a bit at this point,
He
um,
has.
he'll probably like come down and like start kind of maybe like meandering about, um, kind of seeing what he can hear as he walks through town, kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and is this investigation at this point, or is this more of a perception?
I feel like right now he's starting just kind of doing like the passive kind of thing. He's not doing anything too in depth yet. He's just kind of like going around and see if he hears anything that like perks his non-existent ears.
Okay, probably up another perception roll, I'd say then.
Okay. That's an 8.
8. You don't hear too much. You hear just kind of like rumblings from here and there. You do see someone kind of pointing in particular directions, trying to give orders to where the areas need to go for them to unload and all that stuff. You do notice that it's also not only going to the inn, but it's also going to another location. In the center of town, there's a very large tower. Just off to the side, kind of like on the opposite end of the town square where the monolith is. On the other side of the road, there is a very large tower there, and it's kind of it's like a sky dock, basically.
Okay.
And I'm trying to pull up the name of it right now. I apologize.
It's all good.
My
Take your
lack
time.
of professionalism. It's crippling.
God, Mason.
My God. My God.
Embarrassment.
My God.
Can't believe you've done this.
Type
How
bungus.
could you've done this?
Type fungus does not approve. The bungus is unhappy.
That wasn't very cash money of
Please.
That wasn't very cash money.
Alright, damn it, Bexa, just taking a drink of my Coke.
Vampire.
No.
Oh, dude, I do coke all the time.
Oh. It hurt.
I know sometimes it hurts going up your nose, but you know what?
It's like if you ever did pixie sticks.
Stop it.
Um,
Stop it. Stop.
that's a story for
stop
another
it.
day.
I mean, would you prefer Kool-Aid?
I have it. I have the name. I have the damn name. I have it.
He's like, I'm sick of your shit.
It's
Okay,
called
we're
the
fucked
Sky.
up.
So the building, similar to the inn, is very large, but it seems to be connected to other things. So there is the Skyforge sky deck, which is up above. At the base of the sky deck, it is known and has a sign for the Skyforge Caravan Company.
Okay.
And then next to that, a little bit down the road, but still connected to the same building, is the Skyforged Workshop. You will notice these things as well.
Okay.
So that seems to be the main export for this location in particular. You do notice like other farmers and stuff like that, but they seem to be from just kind of outside of town, kind of like a, similar to a village, old-timey type of situation where people would come in with their goods. But they seem to have their own small piece of land for their own farms and stuff like that. It'll range from anywhere between chicken to livestock as they bring it in. They're bringing in cows and chickens and eggs and potatoes and all kinds of like foods to make whatever you need. You'll notice, curiously enough, almost as if the sky cued it itself, as the night starts to fall, individuals start coming out of the cylinder, the monolith.
Okay.
From various sides. You'll notice a very red, almost sunburnt tanned gnome and a taller gentleman walking together, as well as about 4 other individuals that seem to be kind of hired help, maybe. They have arrows and they seem like they've seen quite a bit. But they're not adventurers like you. They don't pack as much crap on their backs.
Okay, so they seem more like maybe like guard types?
They seem like guard types, yeah.
Okay.
And the two of them talk amongst each other. You can make another perception roll if you'd like to see if you can hear what they say.
I would love to.
Please do.
Not gonna turn that down. That is a 16 this time.
16? Yeah, you can hear the gnome has a deeper voice and is he says this should be the place for his king. He's looking for some kind of answers. The other one, more quiet, more stern, seems like he's seen a lot of action in his armor. Kind of nods quietly and says they should probably camp up for the night, and they suggest the inn.
Okay.
So they and their men head towards the inn. Another individual, almost shortly after that, comes out of a separate exit or entrance from a different side of the monolith. Man, for this guy, I almost want to say you have to make a what's a good way to go about this? Because it's determined by how much you have experienced and how much you've seen around the world. It maybe be I think it's a history check.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a history check.
Alright, yeah, do that. I'm very concerned about what this man is now. That's 15.
15? Okay. Definitely a swordsman. Did you add your +3, by the way?
Yes.
Okay. Definitely a swordsman. The sword that he carries seems to be from you've heard of a different nation, like very far out in the world, called the Shao.
Okay.
This gentleman seems to be of Shao descent. Why he's here, you have no idea. Above board, he basically looks like an armored samurai.
Sick. Okay.
Next, that should lead to your initiative order was pretty high when we rolled, correct?
I thought it was like 20. It was like
Yeah.
1 below mine.
So following that will be Mai's character. Mai, as you step out from the true darkness of the monolith, would you please describe your character? What do they see? What does she look like? Because they don't know. No one knows her name.
Yeah,
Well-
I didn't know what she looks like.
Yeah, well, she got a darker, I think, like a dark brownish hood. That's like kind of, I don't want to say comically big, but it's kind of riding the edge of being comically too big.
Okay.
Kind of obscures her face, I imagine.
Yeah. She doesn't necessarily have like a not like a cape cloak thing. It's just like a hood that's attached to like her tunic and stuff. And it's kind of like I think a tunic describes it best because it's not quite like a dress. It's like a little bit longer on the sides, but it's still like a shirt, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then she's got some like belts, probably like a corset on, but it's like basics function just to keep the dress or the tunic from being too flowy and getting in the way. And then yeah, she has like tights and then like maybe shin high boots.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, warning, by this time the area is pretty busy, and Mai, your character, Vel, you see all kinds of arrangements of people kind of gathering as this storm overhead starts to brew. The sun is barely able to peek through the very thick clouds as it starts to drizzle ever so slightly. Although it's very busy, everyone seems to be kind of congregating around this single inn within the town square. The environment that you experience, Vel, is something that you are slightly accustomed to. It is just as cold, but it is not nearly as dark. There usually would be more sun, more skies. This has a very sort of a dark feeling of dread, of gloom that kind of looms over the area. As far
Okay.
as Warning is a native, so it feels like home.
Yeah.
Warning, do you have? That's what you see superficially about Vel. Is there anything else that you would you like to know anything else? Or are you letting this
mean-
individual pass by as any other passerby?
Probably lets her pass, just because there's nothing inherently striking about her. This is so mean when I say it like that, but she just kind of
Oh, that's the point. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
she's in. So
She's trying to
him, it's
blend
just-
in.
I'm just
You blend.
The walking incognito window steps by.
yeah.
Yes.
Vel, what would you like to do now that you're here in the country of ghosts and thieves?
Well, she's gonna take a minute for sure, because all she remembers is walking through some dark, dank tunnel, and then all of a sudden she's here.
Yeah. You climbed a mountain to get to your monolith to pass through as well, so you are
Yeah.
you're
So
reaching.
she's kind of like, hey man, like what the fuck? Where the hell am I? What happened? So she's probably like looking back and stuff and seeing if there's a way back, or like she's kind of looking around like she does not know where she is.
Yeah, you look around, you're kind of lost in all the sudden noise and hustle and bustle, something you basically came from a completely isolated mountains and snow and stuff, kind of exhausted following these very distinct, I think I said they were like lavender, almost like lavender flowers as you were climbing around, correct?
Uh-huh.
And you go from absolute darkness, and when you exit, it's like people kind of like yelling and talking, and it's a very busy center for such a small village. Carriages riding by, people on horseback, and you realize as you kind of stand and look around, you're not the only one that is coming out of this monolith, even though you were the only one to walk through.
Wait, so other people are coming out of the shadows?
Yeah,
or
you turn around from where you exited, and someone else walks from behind you.
At first she's gonna be like, okay, what the fuck? Like, how are you doing that? What is going on?
You can roll an insight check on this particular individual if you'd like.
Okay.
He's on horseback.
I will do that. Let's see. Insight?
Yes, please.
That is a 15.
15. He has a similar look on his face, although he seems to be confident. He also seems to be in a new place that he is not accustomed to. He kind of, even though he's on a horse, he's walking very slowly and looking around, kind of dumbfounded, trying to find where he's going to go.
She's gonna probably just take a mental note of that. Be like, okay, that's weird.
He will take an insight check on you.
What did I do?
Do you look at him? Do you look at him? Are you looking at this guy?
Not like straight on, but maybe like.
Did you look at him?
Peripherally.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
With a giant hood, as much as a giant hood would let me.
Okay. You kind of feel his gaze for a moment, and he seems to wander off from his horse to a nearby stable that is attached to the inn.
Okay. I guess she's still looking around, taking everything in.
You see a particular individual that seems to stand out. Warning, will you please describe your character?
I could do that. So, Warning is a 5 foot even, not very tall,
Short.
Yep, the raven-colored Kenku. He has very bright golden eyes compared to like the stereotypical like darker bird eyes that are usually black or like a really dark kind of color in general. He had I gotta pull up the actual picture I had of him because I see your pictures of him in chat. Okay. Sorry. He is wearing pretty much just he's got like a very long cloak on as well. It's pretty ragged at the bottom, definitely looks well worn. He's walking around without his hood on, like he does not care. It does look like it has a hood on it, but it's just currently not on. He's got a lighter tan vest on, pretty much a vest, but like high neck kind of vest. And he's not wearing pants. He pretty much just has a like
That's an
tunic
interesting
type thing.
interesting
that, like,
detail.
No pants
mean,
life. I'm
no
all
pants,
for
no
it.
shoes, because he's got very large bird feet, obviously. But he also has like a really big fluffy bird tail. How are you gonna wear pants?
True.
Custom
so
trousers.
that and, like the digigrade legs and everything like that. Finding pants is the worst. So he pretty much just has like this dark. Well, it's not super dark, but a very reddish colored scarf loincloth type thing going on.
Loincloth, huh?
Yeah. He does as well have several belts.
He also has several pouches, correct?
Yes. They are hidden behind him though. They're on like the back part of his belt underneath his cloak. So they're not like on open display, but what is on open display being an adventure, he has a chest harness type deal with 2 daggers literally just ready to fucking.
They're out on display.
Yeah, they're like right up under his arms, so like if anything, like if worst came to worst, he just crosses his arms and pulls them out.
Neat.
He's pretty.
I went ahead and took the picture that you actually illustrated and put it up on the stream.
That's
There
exactly
he is.
what he looks like.
There he is.
And again, he is 5 foot tall, and he looks like you could throw him probably. He is not large.
Small burb.
Yes.
Small but large burb.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I mean,
he's just kind of looking around.
you do see each other. Is there anything you would like to do?
At the eye contact warning, probably like tilts his head. Like bird tilt.
The bird
Probably
killed.
gonna try her hardest not to make eye contact because it'll give her anxiety to make eye contact with anybody.
Aw.
Especially a like living bird. You're like, oh shit.
Like, I don't think she's ever seen a kenku in her life, so she's probably like, "Oh my god, what the fuck is that?"
Definitely not. Yeah, definitely
And
not.
he's just he's very small and fluffy looking. How tall is she? I'm just curious.
Vale stands around like I think I gave her a little bit of height, so maybe she's like 5'3", 5'4".
So she's actually a little taller than him. Okay.
Yeah. So maybe
Yeah,
like
if you
5'3". Yeah.
look in his direction, maybe not full eye contact. He just kind of looks you over, just kind of like tilts his head, a little bird tilt.
So yeah, Vel, you kind of go, oh shit, not possibly human interaction, and you just like turn your head to not look at the bird. And do you walk on? Do you? I mean, what do you? If you're avoiding him, how do you avoid it?
Let's see. Well, she,
Pull your cloak dramatically and walk away.
Because so far you're doing. I love the idea that you're like and just kind of turn your head.
yeah, she's gonna like turn her head, but like grab onto her hood and pull it down just a little bit, and just kind of like stiffly walk
Oh my god.
in a direction. She doesn't know where she's going. She's just going in a direction.
I just imagine Warning kind of chuckling at that.
All right, yeah, you do that. If you keep walking, you will kind of make your way towards the inn, but not exactly towards the entrance of the inn.
Okay, this sounds good.
Yeah, the weather is also getting worse, I will say.
Is it like colder or?
It's getting colder, the ground is getting like more muddy, especially as other carriages and stuff come by. I mean, it's kind of a combination of old brick road. It doesn't look like it's been maintained very well, but
Like a cobble?
yeah, like a cobble.
Not great.
Gotcha.
From there, we will move on to Bex.
Hello.
Bex, in your character sheet, you should have rations, correct?
I
I do recall you buying them last time.
Yeah,
have like 4 shares of rations.
4 shares.
Are you gonna
Yeah.
end up exhausted again?
Yeah, so you've been on this airship for some time. You went from basically a desert climate into this unknown world. It has been a week.
Ooh.
You and your very large tabaxi cleric, T-Bone, have eaten all of your rations, I'd say.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, especially if T-Bone's with you.
I know.
That boy can eat.
Mm-hmm. Put it away.
Don't put it away.
Yes.
You guys have been doing good on water. You have the 10-gallon barrel, been able to make your own form of water. During that time, he does have with him playing cards and playing dice set, so there's no problem of staying entertained amongst the very charming T-Bone. But you have eaten all of your rations, and the two of you are currently suffering 2 levels of exhaustion.
Damn.
Again.
It's just an ongoing thing. So I'm going to go ahead and add 2 levels of exhaustion for T-Bone.
Can you describe T-Bone?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
God.
a very husky kind of orange cat, kind of like a orange tabby. He has on his back a very large backpack full of a kind of assortment of random crap. He also has a couple different pouches full of a bunch of tricks and all kinds of I don't want to ruin too much of what he has on him, but various components, some of them for magic, other of them for just like traps and tricks. But I will obviously share an image of him.
Please.
I did not
Please do.
I did not illustrate this image, but
It's gorgeous.
he
It's
looks
fantastic. It is my computer background.
Oh my god. He looks just like this. I put it in the stream. There he is. My boy.
It's Smokey.
Smokey. Always the very
Oh, no, my boy.
always the dumbfounded face, always with the tongue out,
Like,
always
There is
cross-eyed.
not a
Thick
single
ass
thought.
neck.
Yeah. He's
So-
big Ed.
We will go to a scene of the two of you on the airship flying through the clouds as the storm starts brewing. You guys are kind of, on the second deck in a small quarters on like a barracks. And T-Bone is basically hunched over his water barrel, passed out.
Oh.
And
Oh
he
no.
turns to his associate, Bex, Smokey, and says,
Smokey, how much further?
We have to be close, dude.
We have to be. I'm gonna die.
Oh.
will you please describe your character, Bex?
All right. Smokey is another tabaxi, like a medium build, like nowhere near as massive as
Hefty,
my
please.
cohort.
Let's not be rude. Go on, I'm sorry.
Lost that train of thought. Oh, we're back. And we're back. Silver fur, purple eyes.
Nice. Let's see here. So you'll notice the ride is getting rougher as you go on. The winds are getting more harsh, and you're beginning to hear thunder and rain. Eventually, you hear murmurs of the ship finally like stops, and you start hearing murmurs and kind of people moving about the ship as they start unloading their things. The people from the barracks exit the barracks to actually leave the ship.
Are we here?
Says T-Bone.
I sure hope so.
Ugh,
That storm seems nasty.
I don't have any puns. I just want to go.
He'll take the water barrel and tip it on its side and kind of roll it.
You got that, buddy, or you need a paw?
Oh, I should be okay. And then you guys keep going. You go down the hallway and you get to the stairs. And he kind of he sees the stairs and he stares at the stairs. And he's got his barrel in front of him. He's not sure what to do.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Smokey.
What's up, buddy?
This barrel's kind of heavy, dude.
Why would it be heavy?
It's full of water.
You know what? Let me help you.
So the two of you will kind of like squat this thing up and roll it up the stairs. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, let's both make strength checks. Oh, T-Bone. I just looked at your stats, buddy.
Ooh.
You gonna need some help with that?
Ooh, 17 plus 1. Lucky number of 18.
So it's really not that heavy. I mean, with the amount that you guys can carry and lift as heroes of D&D 5e, you could potentially just carry this damn thing. But it's really not that hard. You roll it up, and you will reach the top deck and then reach the dock. You're still pretty high in the sky. The rain is starting to fall quite a bit. T-Bone isn't happy. He doesn't like getting wet. But he wants to get off of the ship. He's tired and exhausted. You do notice on the top of the deck a couple like small gnomes, as well as oddly enough maybe one or two goblins of a paler skin. Kind of go up onto the deck, and they have a assortment of like tools and stuff like that on them. But they kind of rush past you to. You imagine fix the ship. As you look behind you, they will tend to the engines and all that stuff. There is a guard that seems to be of this land who talks with the gnome in charge, and then the captain of the ship that you were on board with kind of shows his manifesto to the guard ship captain, trying to make sure that there is nothing of contraband, basically.
Ah.
He looks over it. I leave the floor to you, Smokey. What would you like to do? T-Bone will obviously follow you as your confidant.
I'm gonna see what's going on.
Yeah, so you're gonna go ahead and leave and make your way down the tower. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, as you get off of the ship, you are suddenly stopped. Or, not so much you, the guard looks past you and looks to T-Bone. And he says, "Hold it right there. What's in this barrel?" He, knocks on it.
Oh.
T-Bone is kind of panicking. He goes, just water. Just water." The guard doesn't exactly believe him, and he says he wants to examine it. And pretty quickly, they're able to assess that it is indeed water, and he lets you guys go.
Great.
Okay, so you make your way down the stairs, kind of a spiraling staircase going all the way down to the bottom. Upon reaching the bottom, you kind of walk into a different business, but in this area, it seems to be a kind of a garage full of various wagons and carriages with the covered wagons. You see a desk, and you've seen them before. This is a caravan business. So if you wanted something exported or moved, you would hire these individuals in order to do it. So it looks like they're running two operations. They run one in the sky, and they run one on the bottom, on the ground floor within Barovia.
Oh.
Is anything stop me at any point? Slow me down as much as you'd like to.
Nah, the gears are turning.
Okay. Do you want me to pause there for a sec? Let you. What would you like?
Continue. If I have any questions, I'll let you know.
Okay. What would you like to do?
Hey guys, I'll be right back. I'm so sorry.
No problem, D. There is, in fact, an individual at the desk. Seems to be a kind of strangely large, strangely muscular woman.
Word.
And then other people will go ahead and pass by you as well. They will exit the doors are almost open into a covered, almost like an awning type of thing, where they will exit and go out into the rain. And you can almost hear T-Bone breathing as he handled the barrel. You imagine it's probably just from his exhaustion, but that's kind of the scene that I paint.
Let's see here. Well, I'll figure out where we are, and then we'll have to figure out where to get my poor buddy some food.
Sure. Are you gonna exit the caravan building, the caravan company? Because if you'd like to ask questions, you can always ask questions. There are locals nearby. There are there are guards as well as other muscular women kind of walking by. They seem to be of a particular group of something. They talk amongst each other, but they're almost speaking in code.
I'll talk to the muscular lady.
Who wouldn't?
All right, you walk on over to her. She nods, kind of noticing your presence. What can I do for you?
First, where are we?
You're in Barovia. This specifically is a village in Barovia known as Venparturi,
Right.
home of the Four Winds Tavern and Inn. you actually made it just in time for the great gathering.
That's scary.
The Great
Sounds
Gathering.
ominous.
What's that?
Well, it happens once every year. The monolith in the center of town seems to kind of bring people in. It seems to be kind of like a unison of destinies or fates. But whatever it is, it draws people to our town, and we kind of celebrate it. And they are our guests. So a lot of people stay over at the Four Winds Inn and Tavern. I assume that's why you're here, is it not?
My rather exhausted cohort T-Bone here and I were aboard an airship, and we are now here.
T-Bone kind of like puts his hand on your shoulders, like, we're sort of a wandering kind of gig.
As he so eloquently put it, yes.
She kind of laughs and says, yeah, I mean, this is definitely an interesting place to do it. This is kind of the home of ghosts and thieves, as they say, is the... Funny enough, that's kind of known as the Cursed Lands. But if there's anything you need to know about the dead or kind of like things of the occult, or if you're running away from the army, this has kind of become the place to go. If you're looking for mischief, it's definitely the place for that too. We're also always looking for able-bodied caravan employees if you're looking for work.
Money is getting a little tight.
Isn't it always?
So you said this festival happens every year?
Once every
This
year.
gathering?
That's right. She kind of points outside, and she points out the monolith. And you see like one or two people like walking out of it. It's like that monolith right there. For anyone else, when they walk through it, they just pass through the other side, and they remain in Barovia, kind of as a structure, like anywhere else. But something about this night, and something about like right now, visitors can come.
How long has this been going on?
I'd say, I think over 100 years now. Yeah, let me see. She kind of thinks back. It's like, it has to be well over 100 years by now. I mean, I'm not a historian, but yeah, ever since I was a kid, every first new moon, people will come.
Yes.
Can I get you anything else, cat friend? Do you need anything? Need anything transported or anything like that?
Well,
I can always leave
we
the
are
desk.
rather... What was that?
I can always leave the desk. I mean, technically, you are here at the Skyforge. I work for Skyforge Company, so if you need me to leave the desk, I'm sure one of my girls can take over for me.
Well, I do hate to be rude, but would you happen to have any spare food or anything? I'm afraid, Guinea here might have an episode.
It looks at the she looks at T-Bone and considers it. Would you please make a perception roll? Or not perception, persuasion.
You just make it sound like he's about to rage if he doesn't eat.
Ooh.
Hey, angry is a thing.
Ooh. T-Bone, I don't know if T-Bone actually T-Bone does get angry, but it
I
doesn't.
can't imagine him getting angry over that.
Mm-mm.
Well,
He seems like the type that would be very hard to get angry.
Yeah, and not with Smokey.
Yeah.
oh, 17 plus 5.
Damn.
She smiles
Okay.
and says, "Of course, you're my guests," and she will give you what is essentially the equivalent of rations. It's kind of like an assortment of berries, maybe an apple or two, maybe a handful of nuts. Just a kind of like a quick little thing to eat. And she's happy to give it to you for free.
That's nice.
She seems rather charmed by you. She's never seen Tabaxi before.
Are we the first to are we the first tabaxi that you've ever seen? You keep looking.
She goes, "Oh, is that what you're called? You're known as Tabaxi? Where are you from?" I've never seen you before. Not to be rude, but I'm curious.
Yeah. Hang on.
Bex, if you'd like, I can give you a little bit of background too on the Tabaxi. I mean, the Tabaxi really, within their race, they wander around all over the place. So the idea that you don't really know where your race came from wouldn't be a surprise to you either, because you kind of go
They're
from
kind
one
of
place.
Nomads.
They're super nomadic, yes, and they're all about just like adventuring and kind of going about different places. And I think that's a big reason why you and T-Bone were kind of naturally drawn to the airship. Really, just kind of like, do you want to go? And you're like, sure. I've never been on an airship. Let's just go.
Sure, let's do it.
Yeah.
YOLO.
And you've been doing that for some time. You did come from the desert, in a place called it's from the Calistine. You came from the Calistine Empire, or the Calistine territories.
Ah.
But as far as where you came from, like where you were born or where like your family originated from, it's kind of unknown.
Ooh, okay. Well, I'm from everywhere.
Everywhere. She smiles. She goes, "That sounds like a life I could live."
It's actually kind of nice not knowing where you'll end up, who you'll meet.
The Typhungus has returned. Sorry.
Hey, Typhungus. She kind of leans on the table, kind of like thinking, just like, that's funny, because the only thing I ever know is where I'm going and who I'm gonna meet in this company.
I'll tell you, a change of pace is always nice. So I don't stay in a place too long.
She kind of like thinks about it, kind of imagining what that would look like for her. She goes like, "Yeah, that sounds really nice." She goes, "What did you say your names were?"
Well, my name is Smokey.
Smokey. It's nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, and I'm so sorry I did not catch your name.
My name's Coach. We kind of name ourselves around here once you're part of the company. Well, we have our own. We look after our own, and she kind of like points around to the other large masculine ladies that are like tending to the horses.
You name yourselves?
Yeah, we call ourselves the Persich Vagaboni. She kind of laughs and goes, "Peachy bums."
Peachy.
Never heard that one before.
I'm not surprised.
Very nice to meet you.
She laughs. She shakes your hand or your paw, and she goes, "Yeah, I'm not surprised. We're small. We're just a band of adventurers. We just found work here and we stuck around."
Adventurers?
Yeah, similar to you. I mean, the gathering brought a lot of people here that usually weren't from Barovia. I don't think anyone of my group is native from Barovia.
Whole town of nomads.
Well, there's locals of Barovia for sure. I'm just not among them. I know I know my boss. He is originally from here. Otto von Goon. She clarifies.
Where's he?
He should be up at the top. I think he was just talking to the guard captain of the tower. You actually remembered seeing a elderly gnome who was talking to that individual. He was kind of like looking over the looking over the manifesto with the guard captain. She will continue to clarify and says Otto von Goon is basically in charge of making sure that the deck remains intact on behalf of his employer.
Ah.
In the moment of silence, T-Bone will say, "Hi, I'm T-Bone."
Oh, I'm so sorry.
She laughs. She goes, "Nice to meet you too, T-Bone." He kind of like will continue to quietly like snack in the corner.
Why don't you catch a cat nap there, bud?
He giggles with a full mouth.
Oh, that's attractive, buddy. You're ready for fine dining.
He almost can't contain himself. He's afraid he's gonna spit out his food. He has to not look at you.
Gotta be careful with my jokes with him sometimes.
Do the cat puns ever get old with him? She wonders.
They actually don't. He's he he has he has the imagination of a child, but he's probably the best companion to have in adventure.
That sounds like Flexi, she says, as she suggests to a different muscular woman carrying a large box walking by you. She goes, "Shut up."
Well, again, I appreciate your help and I appreciate the food,
Of
T-Bone
course.
and both of us.
Thank you.
She says, "Of course. It's whatever you need. If you need any other information, I'm sure I can give it to you."
I was thinking back to what you said about like festivities or
Yeah, all of the festivities are going to take place in the Four Winds Inn and Tavern. It's just across the way. You can't miss it. It's outside of this building. It's probably the only other large building in town.
Hmm. Uh, I um, I make uh, I'm starting to gather our stuff and we're about to head over to the inn. Is there any way that I can repay you for your immense kindness?
She kind of like thinks in her head, rattling her thoughts in her brain, and she goes, "Maybe we'll think of something. You stick around in town. Just come see me before you leave. How about that?"
You have a deal.
You shake on it? Hello?
Okay.
I
I had a moment.
just
Oh,
like
man.
they just like shake on it and you just pause. Like, no pun intended.
Buffering.
Nathan's got jokes. All right, T-Bone, up and at 'em.
Okay. And you guys will leave the caravan, yes?
Yes.
Alright, I will say, Vel, and warning, some time has passed. Before the arrival of the Tabaxi, the storm will get worse over time. Is there anything you like to do within the time span of about an hour?
Warning would probably at this point, after seeing like a good portion of the people coming in, he'd probably go into the inn to see if he could possibly get a place to sleep for the night, because he doesn't mind sleeping in a tree on a good day, but on a stormy night,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna want to sleep inside.
Okay, so you'll head inside. Vel, I mean, this also applies to you as well. You exist within the same time frame at this point. Is there anything you would like to do?
Hmm. Probably find a room because that's pretty much all that she could do right now, especially with the storm a brewing.
Okay,
Mhm.
will you two please roll for initiative? Please?
Yes, I'm gonna fight you for the room.
It's okay.
16.
I'll like find an attic or a crawl space, and then I'll stay in there.
And as a side
Introvert.
note,
I
like,
love it.
Warning is walking with purpose too. Like he's used to like. I feel like he'd be used to walking in crowds, so he's walking with purpose through these people.
Oh yeah, you're like Agent 47.
Yes.
Yeah. What did
Shit,
you
man.
get? God damn it! Darn, I just had like a flashback of all the Hitman games we've played.
Oh my god, yeah.
Within that
I did
1
too when
second.
when he said eight walking with purpose, I'm like, oh my god, the best piece of advice
Oh
I've
my
been
god,
ever told.
it's just like Hitman. It's just
Yeah.
like
Just
Hitman. It's just like Hitman.
it is exactly like the man. So
Mai, what did you get for initiative?
24.
24. So you get in there faster.
Okay.
Vel will. So I imagine, Vel, you kind of walked in as you were trying to avoid eye contact with Warning, and Warning, you kind of look around, look at the sky, and you're like, "Yeah, that's not going to happen in that tree," and you start moving in as well. By the time, you will both walk in at separate times, but you will both see the same thing. The tavern is very busy, and it seems to kind of branch off into two separate wings. Like I said, the building is like an L. It has a sort of like second story balcony on either direction of the wing, but there's tons of tables, and you can't see the whole building, obviously, because it still needs to have room for rooms and all that. But
Yeah.
the place is very crowded. The people that you saw wandering in is only a sheer fraction of the amount of people there in this room, and it's not quite elbow to elbow, but it is. It's loud and boisterous, and there's all kinds of different people like talking and meeting. Some are quieter than others. Some just seem to be like just lonesome, having their drink and doing their own thing. But yeah, I'll start with you, Vel. You go ahead and walk to the table.
Mm-hmm.
Behind this individual is a whole assortment of drinks, especially wines. Behind them, it's big barrels, kind of like on a tap for their wine.
Yeah. So
It's actually a woman. The bartender is another lady.
okay.
She says,
I guess-
"Welcome, welcome to Barovia."
Where is that at? Where? What's this place?
This is Barovia, my beautiful country. You are here in my land, and this is the small but the humble but my gem. This is the Four Winds Inn, the sort of the gem of Van Parturi, outside of the beautiful monolith that I assume you came with. Yes.
Like every time every time the bartender just kept adding on like, oh, this is Barovia, this is Barovia, this is Barovia, basically. She's just like, okay, okay. And then like, wait, monolith? What?
Yeah,
I
the
don't.
this stone structure. She kind of points outside. She's now kind of confused too. Or perhaps you came by airship, yes?
She shakes her head, just like,
So you are local.
no. She shakes her head again, like, no. Sweetie.
She kind of laughs. Like, you're a strange one. Where do you come
She-
from?
What's that place called again? Hold on. Oh, my notes.
Warning. Can you make a perception roll for me really quick?
Yes. Dirty 20.
Dang. You do notice a kind of something catches your ear. It's something that you don't quite. It sounds like music, but it sounds like it's coming from something like maybe a can. You turn to the side, and in the corner of a room is made out of a brass. Looks like a big brass monkey with a chair in front of it, with like a sort of a display made of like cogwork and machinery. No one seems to be in front of it, but it's almost like this strange thing is like calling to you. Outside of that, you do notice like the country of ghosts and thieves. If these gentlemen or ladies are ghosts, then it is also not short of thieves. You do see a kind of collection of sort of more shady individuals like yourself, and you know upon seeing them that you should probably keep a close eye on your pockets.
Noted.
Sorry, Maya, will you continue, please?
I was gonna say that she's from Emberlyn.
Okay.
And I don't. She thinks about explaining what happened. Like, she climbed a mountain and then went to a cave, and then all of a sudden she's in a city. But then she realizes that that might sound weird, and the lady already thinks that she's weird. So she's not gonna say that.
But do you say you're from Emberlyn?
Yeah.
Nothing else?
She's gonna try and quickly change the subject to get a room because that's. Yeah, she just wants to end the conversation and
Yeah,
not.
she'll go Emberlyn. Yes, I've never heard of this place. And you interrupt her and you say like, "Can I get a room?" Is that kind of how that goes?
Well, yeah.
She goes, "Of course, but unfortunately, there's only one room remaining, and it is a sort of a shared room for 6 people."
You know, you do the face where you like breathe in and your eyebrows like go up. She kind of like makes that face and sighs. It's like, okay.
Do you have 5 friends, perhaps?
No.
Well, I can give you the room to the key, but you more than likely not be the only one there. If you are, it would be very lonely, a very big room for a very small lady.
She's feeling very uncomfortable with this conversation.
Patricia is kind of like a more grizzled mother at this point. She's kind of a heavier set lady, but yeah, her her tone can be a bit much. Yes.
I love her.
Yeah, she's great. Vel's just having a hard time just
I
yeah.
know.
talking to people.
Oh, I know.
So she probably will say like, "No, it's fine. I'll just, yeah, it's fine," and probably walk off.
Warning. Before Vel's able to walk off, warning. You have an action. What would you like to do? You have several actions, really, but what would you like to do?
Because he'd have heard the part of the group room.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing how like awkward she's and how hard she's struggling.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I can imagine him like jumping in next to her. Probably trying not to like be up on her, but like tilted so he like slides in into the bar, but still like trying to give her some space. And he just goes, "Group room, I heard."
Vel, you also hear this coming from the Kenku.
And I'm assuming because she's a Kenku, or he's a Kenku, it's like that mimicry talk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's mimicking Patricia's voice.
She kind of she probably would just turn around and just be like, wait, what the hell?
But the bartender is overjoyed. He's like, "Oh, you have friend. This is good.
Huh?
Yes, you and the Kenku."
I guess she'll look at Warning for the first time without, like, yeah, just look at him for the first time and be like,
So
and she
you
looks back at the bartender and be like, I don't know.
She gasps and goes, "You do not know each other.
Not friend yet.
This means you are new friends. New friends get
Warning
free.
was very happy.
Yeah, new friends get free drinks, and she will get you both a glass of wine."
Ooh.
She is not accustomed to this. It's kind of shocked, but she'll take it.
Yeah, it's definitely unnervingly
Okay.
friendly from what you're accustomed to. Vel.
Yeah, he's just radiating
Yeah.
like I want to be your friend vibes too. They're like nothing bad here. Which is awkward as fuck. But he'll look at you said her name was Patricia?
The bartender's name is Patricia. Yes.
Okay. And he'll ask, how much for room?
Oh, the room itself will be 60 gold.
Christ.
60 gold?
Not each for the room.
Altogether.
Yes.
60 gold?
Yes.
You
It is.
said
It is
you
less room, but it comes with lodging. It comes with drink. It comes with food.
you said how many people?
6.
6.
If each
And
pay.
he just turns to Isabel. We find more friends. He just seems so happy.
This is probably gonna pull like one of the Les McNasty. Okay.
Camera slowly zooming into your face as you kind of shake your head profoundly. He's like, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just like he'll turn back to Patricia and he'll just like you'll notice he's like taking a minute to think this time because he's trying to think of and I'm gonna give me a second to do the voices.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
One moment. We find more friends.
Yes. Give you a moment. You find more friends.
And he'll like turn back to Vel and be like, wait right here. But he'll like lean in and say in a very quiet tone and like be like not in like this is like his way of like helping his friends. He'll be like he'll mention that she'd be well to keep her pockets close. Probably just like I'm trying to think of like the best way that he would say this.
Oh man, yeah.
What?
Like because he's obviously pegged the people that are the sketchiest here already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not the only ones.
But he will warn her, like, obviously, like, has he heard the conversation about the fact that she's not from here? Like, did he catch that?
Yeah, you with that initiative, you guys with your initiative being so similar, you could definitely catch that.
Okay. So he'll look at her and be like, more in like a quieter tone. And he's just like, "You're not from here, right?"
Right. She like kind of nods awkwardly.
I'm sure she's confused because it's like, wait a minute, he just did the Barovian accent.
Yeah, it's just, the pitches in his tone. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
And then-
oh,
Vel, oddly enough, this accent that this Kenku puts on sounds a little bit more close to home to you, obviously, from where you're from.
yeah.
And then he'll like try to convey it in his face the best he can.
Are you using Thieves' Cant?
No,
Okay.
because he knows better right now. He knows better. He's talking to someone that doesn't know it, and he could see the room. He's like, nah. His hands are like neutral at this point, but he'll like kind of try to convey it with his face, like the softest face he can manage, being a bird. And he'll be like, word of warning, keep your pockets closed.
Vel, does your character, or does Vel understand what what warning is trying to portray, or warn rather?
Yeah, she understands, and
Okay.
luckily because of her time traveling beforehand, she's already done her preparation for that.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah. Ugh.
He'll nod, and then he'll start to walk away before he comes back, and he'll hold out a hand, and he asks, "Name?"
She takes a minute, she looks at the hand, and then looks at the bird, and then looks at the hand. And she's like, Vel. And she nods her head. Yeah, Vel.
That was so awkward. It's so good.
Was.
He'll say her
I
name
felt the
again.
awkward.
Oh yeah.
He'll say her name back to her in her exact pitch.
Yeah, and then like her eye, you probably don't get to see much of it. Maybe just like a glimpse of like her eyes widening and just slowly nodding, like yeah.
Okay. He like nods quickly, and he'll put his like hand on his chest, like in a clasp of like this. I am, and he goes, "I am." Warning.
Wait, what?
Oh my god.
Like,
Dude,
How does he say
Kenku are
warning?
so fucking creepy, dude. So
Can
creepy.
That's what I was going for.
Wait, so-
My bird face leans into you and whispers to keep an eye on your pockets. And then I say my own name like I'm a demon. Jesus Christ.
In Infernal.
yeah. At that, she's probably like, oh boy.
He just seems very happy. He's just excited, and he just kind of puts his hands up. He's like, "I'd be back," and he like shuffles
Okay.
out.
Bird smile.
Yes.
I guess she'll just sit at a table with like two hands holding the cup of wine and just like, where am I?
Just been approached by.
What the hell is happening?
Under the watchful eye of Patricia. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Sounds about right.
All
I
right.
can only imagine what she was thinking.
Orion Pax. Hello?
Okay, are you in a tunnel?
Yes.
Yes. Emerges from trash can. Hello? You walk through your own monolith from your own native, I guess, realm in this sense. And you walk from the darkness and exit into this rainy landscape. There are a few carriages coming and going and, things of the like, but you can see a lot of action happening in this one particular building that is labeled the Four Winds Inn.
The Four Winds.
Upon exiting the monolith, you will see two tabaxi walking from the opposite, kind of basically from behind you, from the opposite end of the square. The monolith that you came from is in the center of the square, and when you exit, you would basically be able to see the building that they exit from and the inn on your right.
Huh?
So
Sorry, one second.
no, yeah, you're good, no problem. So Smokey and T-Bone, it is now you do see this. I'm gonna go ahead on Darn's behalf explain. He
Oh, I
is
got it.
yeah. Please tell them what they see.
So, my dad walked in. Yes, Orion Pax is 6 foot, 6'2", around that realm. He is a dragonborn. He has some scales. He's a heavier set kind of guy. And he has a helmet that makes. How do I describe it? It's like a Star Trek helmet, almost
It is definitely of a kind of alien design.
alien robotic design. Yes.
Yes.
And he has an axe and a sword, and he's pretty cool.
He does in generally look kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look at him and you'll think that's a cool guy.
Wait a minute, that's a pretty cool looking guy right there.
That's a cool cat right there.
Caravan
No,
stopped.
I'm a cool cat.
Yeah. Orion, as a pretty cool looking dragonborn, you see a pretty cool looking tabaxi, which is basically like a cat humanoid. Two of
What
them.
up, homie?
Oh my god, yes.
I love your accent.
Thank you.
This is how Orion Pax
Out
has
of
talked.
character.
This is how
Out of
Orion
character.
Pax has talked canonically, yes.
What up, slime?
Oh god.
Oh my god, no.
I'm fucking dead.
He speaks Draconic.
That is
Oh, yeah.
that iconic.
It's Draconic.
Wait a minute.
I am from the Great Mountains of what's it called, Mace?
Lookout Mountains.
I'm from the Lookout Mountains.
Ah, sweet, I can speak Draconic.
Dude,
Let's go.
really?
Yeah.
You guys can talk. Yeah, the way Orion Pax talks, he's very friendly and uses kind of a draconic slang to be like, "What's up, fam?"
What's up, fam? What's going on?
Good, bro.
And I'll
And Orion,
respond back with a what's up, homie?
Nothing much. Just kind of came through a portal. Hungry a little bit. As Orion says, like a college student.
Kinda hungry.
looking for a futon to crash on, you know.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Might play some hacky sack.
Warning: you will walk out. Do you walk out of the tavern?
Yes.
All right, yeah, you walk out of the tavern, and there are a couple people like wandering by, kind of crossing the path on stagecoaches. But you do see three individuals that definitely stand out. They look like a pair of cool-looking guys.
It's a trio of cool cats.
They stand out, and they look pretty cool.
Oh, he's interested. He's like, huh, okay.
As another
Oddball.
humanoid animal, yeah.
Human.
Mostly animal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. He might watch him for a minute just to kind of, because he's probably like trying to gauge like people to ask if they need like want to share a room with other random strangers.
Sure. You want to roll for perception?
Yeah. $18.
18. Yeah, you can hear from here. They're speaking a language you do not understand, but they seem to be getting along really well. They're talking.
Okay.
The larger of the three doesn't seem to know what the fuck is going on.
There's not a thought behind those eyes. I'm not surprised.
Hey, man.
He looks like this.
Yeah, there's not a thought behind his eyes. I love him, but he's
Head empty.
head empty.
Just
Right now, only
Keep
food.
I
up.
just
Yeah.
imagine that face in the rain.
Oh god, he probably looks miserable.
oh.
Carry on. Do you approach Warning?
Yeah.
All right. Let me think. I guess we'll decide who sees the Kenku first. Will Orion, will you make a perception roll? And Smokey, will you also make a perception roll?
Yes, sir.
Please add and let me know what you get in total.
All right.
Should be in your skills, Darian, and then you'll see.
No, yeah.
Okay.
I just got a low one. That's
Get all the low ones out right now. It's all good, dude.
yeah.
I got 19.
Random things.
God damn it.
Smokey, you see a. Maybe you've seen.
Bird.
Yeah, you may have seen Kenku before, but it seems to be a. It's a person bird.
Bird person.
It's a bird person.
Yeah.
God.
Do you
Very
still
happy-looking bird.
do you still have your wine? Warning.
No, Warning left
Okay.
it at the bar with.
With Vel.
Yeah.
Flashback to Vel, just like 5 miles
Mhm.
staring with 2 glasses of wine in her hand.
Yeah.
Nothing screams alcoholic, you know.
Do you say anything, Smokey?
I kind of my head tilts. I know I may have seen a Kenku before, but maybe as a small cub.
You may roll for history if you would like.
Sure, why not?
Warning, you can also roll for history on.
Love to.
Yeah, go ahead and roll 2. See if you know Dragonborn or Tabaxi.
Okay.
19 again.
Let's
Nice.
see. I got a nat 20 on the first one.
Oh,
So
hell
I
yeah.
get the 23 and 21 on the other one.
Yeah, you. Darian, do you want to roll
Yes.
to see if you recognize the Kenku?
I did get a 3 on my roll.
Ooh.
You might be
Professional.
kind of alarmed as you're talking to this Tabaxi and Draconic, and you're like, "Oh, okay, this is fine. We both speak Draconic." And then you turn and you see like about a foot smaller than you, bird person walk over. You're kind of slightly alarmed.
I introduced myself as Orion Pax.
In Draconic or?
Do I don't speak anything else, huh?
You speak common.
I speak in common.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, because if you say it Draconic, Warning's gonna look at you like, I have no idea what you just said to me.
I say, hello, small traveler.
Warning just like perks up at that. He, yeah, he smiles as best as a bird can, and he goes, "Hello."
Bird smile.
Aw, that was adorable.
He seems very happy right now.
What is your name?
Happy bird night.
While still like,
Demands Orion.
while he still keeps the same like happy, almost pitter pattering in place kind of demeanor,
Aw.
Oh,
and he just goes, "Warning."
warning, warning.
Orion looks at you, concerned, and says, "That is quite a name."
And he just nods.
And yeah, he nods.
In the morning, I'll look at Smokey.
Wait, Orion looks at Smokey?
Warning does.
Oh, sorry.
I don't think you can roleplay on someone else's behalf, Darian. Don't worry about it.
No.
I know. I was like, what?
I mean, I'll just.
I've lost
I'll just
control of
kick
my
back and
character.
relax.
Orion, no.
Someone unplugged my controller.
Orion, no.
Continue. I'm sorry.
No worry.
He's just kind of looking at Smokey, like, expectantly. Also waiting for a name.
My name is Smokey, and this is T-Bone.
He just kind of looks at T-Bone. He's just like, 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 gasp.
He's kind of staring off in the distance, like, oh, it kind of snaps out of his like, yeah, hi, I'm T-Bone.
He'll kind of like look at each of you and just he'll repeat your names in the exact pitch and tone that you said them to him in, just like he's making notes.
T-Bone is immediately pleased by this, like, oh, that sounds like me.
He'll in like his pitter patter. He'll be like, can he tell like where they came from when he came out, or were they already out and talking when he came out?
They were already out and talking when you came out.
Okay.
Yeah.
He'll kind of like, you can tell he's like thinking for a minute, and he'll just be like, "Do you guys need a room?"
T-Bone immediately goes like, yeah, I'm so wet.
Sorry.
I think some rest would actually do us good.
Friend, inside, we need 6 people. There's only 2 of us. If you wouldn't mind sharing.
I have no problem. T-Bone, what'd you say, buddy?
I could sleep anywhere. I'm so tired.
I thought you were nodding off on me just a couple minutes ago.
I was. I'm tired.
No, we're gonna have to get you to sleep, huh?
Yeah, I'm tired.
Go night-night.
Yeah, I'm tired. Kind of like looking down and looking back up at you as if he's forgetting the conversation as it's happening.
Little baby.
Yeah, you're definitely exhausted.
Yeah, I'm tired.
That's so.
That was funny.
Do you all go back inside?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Morning is leading very happily
Of course.
back to the bar where Belle is. And he just...
I need. Oh no! Oh no! Okay. I need all the new people to have walked into the room to make a perception check. So Orion, please make a perception check. T-Bone will have to make a perception check. That's what I'm nervous about. And
Oh, boy.
and Smokey, please make a perception check.
Hopefully Smokey can make enough for the 2 of them.
Orion rolled a 7.
That's
Oh,
fine. That's
boy.
fine. I'm not. Oddly enough, a high roll is what I was nervous about
Oh, interesting.
for T-Bone, at least.
I have a 21.
Damn.
You, yeah, Smokey, you get a pretty fair assessment as you walk in with Warning following you. You get a good idea of, I mean, it's just a collection of a whole bunch of different people. you really don't stand out too much. You stand out, but only as much as maybe like one of every other 5 people within the tavern. There are people who wear armor they've never seen before, or wield swords they've never seen. They seem to be from different lands they've never heard of, or anything like that. There is a machine off into the distance that looks like it's made out of brass, and it looks like it's made out of the shape of a monkey with a seat in front of it. No one is seated in front of it, but it makes some kind of weird chime that almost calls out to you. And you also, I mean, as a traveler, you've always been aware to like keep a close eye on your coin. But
Yeah.
you do see maybe a few shady characters who look like they might be trying to take money or skim a couple like drinks off of people off of the bar, or like act like they're barmaids and just to basically take their money.
I'll just kind of
Outside of that, it seems
Turn.
like a very lovely and lively place.
I'll kind of turn to everybody. I would keep your wallets close, guys.
Oh, yeah.
T-Bone like pats his belly. He's like, I got it.
Oh my gosh.
Not
Corny's just, like,
just
nodding
your
with,
food
like,
wallet, buddy.
I got that too. He pats the other side of his belly.
God.
At this point, he's just strapped the barrel to his back.
Oh, he's so cute.
They kind of give him a little bit more real estate to navigate with that thing.
Real estate.
For real estate,
T-Bone needs real estate. He's a big boy.
he is.
Yes, he is.
My name is Orion Pax.
Did he just announce that to the
Yes.
Just walks in.
Dude.
Oh my god!
Dude. That's so good.
So funny.
Warning's gonna post haste back to the bar where Vel is and just like puts his hands on the counter. He's like, I found more friends.
Ah, good. More friends. New friends get free drinks. She like looks behind you. Like, are these the new friends? These 3?
And he'll like make sure that she is pointing to the 2 tabaxi and the large dragon.
Indeed, indeed.
I'll
She
just kind of wave a paw.
And he's nodding. And he'll point them out and say their names again, exactly like how they say them. And then he'll point to Vel, and then he'll point to Vel, and then point to them, and be like, also again, saying her name in her exact tone, new friend.
I'd like to imagine that after you do that, the last person you introduced was like, hey, T-Bone, and then T-Bone goes, hi, I'm T-Bone.
He would.
Too cute.
Imagine Belle's just losing her shit.
As each of you take a seat at as each of you take a seat at the bar, Patricia will give you free drinks. One of each.
Right, winks.
My name. Never mind.
T-Bone turns to you, Orion Pax. He's like, so your name is Orion Pax, right?
Indeed.
You
are.
I'm T-Bone.
What land are you from, young T-Bone?
We came from the deserts. It was really hot there, and so we decided to take an airship, and now we're here, dude.
Dude.
It seems as if your journey has been long.
Yeah, I'm really tired. We ran out of food.
Well, it is a good thing you have found a town then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How about you?
I am from Lookout Mountain.
Oh, is that high?
From the great. I'm a descendant of Primus.
Whoa, really? What's that like?
Yes. Responsibility and
Whoa.
power.
What's that like?
my my uncle Ben once told me, with great power came great
Jesus.
responsibility.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
I'm gonna have to add that to Prime Mammoth's
No.
background.
Prime Mammoth.
No, Prime Mammoth is my father. He slayed the dragon in the mountains.
Whoa, he killed the dragon? What's that like?
Yes, but it it was a grave mistake, and he
Why?
is trying because now our lands have been ruined, and now we must rehatch the dragon egg that we have there.
Whoa,
Our dragon.
whoa.
To reestablish balance within the hierarchy of the mountain.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Oh.
So your name is Vel, right? Turns to Vel.
I bet she is so terrified right now.
It's like, what
There's
is that? Like,
first you're approached by a talking bird.
And
now
now
I'm surrounded by talking animals.
He's like in between. He's like seated in between Warning and Orion, and then he gets up out of his seat, and the floor kind of creaks as he kind of squishes between Orion and Vel to be like, "So your name is Vel, right?"
okay.
It's funny.
You can't tell if he's looking at you or Patricia because his eyes are crossed and he looks like this.
Yeah, she's like trying to figure out where he's looking at. She's like, oh yeah, is that me?
What? He says.
That's my name.
Oh, my name's T-Bone.
She like slowly nods, like, okay.
Where are you from? Do you also come from a mountain and kill a dragon too?
Kind of stares for a moment. She's like, I didn't kill no dragon.
No?
No.
He like leans in, he goes like, "Have you seen someone die?"
What? And she's just like turning away from him. Like, she doesn't want to answer.
He like kind of lowers his head. That's sad. Yeah, me too. Do you believe in the Cat Lord?
What?
Yeah. Inside everyone is a little cat lord, and then he comes out and he reclaims his land within your body, and then you go to kitty cat heaven.
He's gonna try and like down that wine that she's been holding on to. Make this bad dream go away.
He kind of remembers, he's like, "Oh yeah, I have some too," and he kind of sticks his tongue in the wine glass and like licks it a little bit.
You are a very strange creature.
Oh, thanks, man. He turns back to Orion. You're okay too. He like
I
pats.
like it.
Me too. He puts his hand on your back. Did we buy a room?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
He'll like pop his hands on the table and he says, he'll point, room 60 gold altogether.
60?
I
Oh shit.
6T as in 60.
He just nods.
Like each of us?
No, altogether.
Ah.
I'm freaking crying.
How
T-Bone
much is that
quickly.
per person?
Well, oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Darian. Go ahead.
I just said how much is that per person?
12?
12?
If there's 5 of us.
Yes. Yes, I believe so.
It should be 12.
Us dragon people are not good at math.
That's okay. I'm not good at math either.
You look very
Tw-
strong, so it's okay.
Here is 12. For the night?
Did she say how long it was like the stay was for? Was it for a night or
It's basically for 2 nights, 2 meals.
two
Yes.
nights, 2 meals?
Yeah.
See,
I
only
will
get
do.
2 meals out of 6.
No, for everybody.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Blessings.
Alright, thank you.
So wait, do you mean like you only get breakfast, or
No, you get
you get
meals
like
with
breakfast
it.
and dinner?
Yeah, they kind of take care of you while you're here because they realize that Barovia is shit.
Okay, so he'll pretty much, because she explained that, like Patricia explained that earlier, right?
Yeah. She
Did she?
said it's very much shit.
So he'll explain that pretty much the exact same tone and the exact same, literally saying what she said word for word about what it is included. The fact that it's 2 nights and then you get fed and taken care of and stuff. Just to kind of like be like, yeah, it's not just for the night.
Yeah. They give you a room in your stable. They give you meals as you need them, as long as it's only like 3 a day per person. It comes with a room for 2 nights. It is like a shared kind of room that 6 people can share.
Mhm.
So, Orion Pax puts 12 gold down, yeah?
Yes.
T-Bone nervously puts down 1 gold.
That's all he has.
That's all I have. I think I'm a
Aw,
little.
I
think I'm a little short.
got you, buddy.
Thanks, dude. Puts hand on his hardy friend. I owe you.
Warning's gonna, under his cloak, he still has like his cloak on. He's kind of like covered as he low key rummages through his pouches and procures 12 gold.
Okay, that's 12 for Orion, and that would be. I'm gonna remove 1 gold from our dear friend here. From
Oh.
T-Bone. And so, Bex, you're paying 23 gold?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Vel?
The Belle doesn't really have that much money.
What did she say? Because, I mean, everyone else has paid at this point.
uh, well, you see,
Mm.
The
I
party.
don't really.
I think
I
the party.
shall cover 6 of your fee if you can find someone else to pay the other 6.
Hey.
I don't really have any coin. I don't have much.
I shall cover half. Travel.
I can put towards your. I can put towards friend.
But you don't have to really do that. We just met.
And
I
No one should be sleeping out in the cold, especially not here.
Thunder.
warning
She's-
nodding.
just
Warning is nodding very vigorously.
she's just shocked at their generosity. And she says, all she can afford is 3 gold.
That means, Darian, you would be paying an additional 9 at a total of 21 gold. If you're only covering 6, however, someone else would have to help and chime in. How much money are you putting on the table?
I literally
Put
only
in.
have 12.
12 plus the 3.
21
No,
then?
12. Yeah, 21.
If you put 12 plus the 3, and then Mai's character put down 3, that's only 6 gold for Mai.
Oh, I put down plus 6. Sorry, 20.
You put 6? And
Yeah,
then
sorry.
Mai, you put down 3?
Wait,
Yes.
Which means you need 3 more gold from somebody.
wait.
I'll
How
put
much
3
is
gold.
how much is
12 per person.
Okay.
12 per person.
Yeah. Why is he paying like 26 though?
Because I'm paying mine as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that should be 12. And then if you're only covering 6 off of
Oh,
my,
yeah, you're right. I'm
that's
sorry.
only
18.
18.
You're right. I'm sorry. I may have said something and thought of something else. I'm sorry.
I was
Math
thinking
is hard,
26,
words are hard.
which would have been what
I'll throw
Bex
down
would be
3 gold.
I assure you the
covering.
math in my head is correct, but what I say is completely wrong. So
It's
just
like,
assume that I'm right, but know that I'm wrong.
I'm just sitting there and I'm like, no, he should not be paying that much. I'm like, Bex is the one paying the most here.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, for sure. Yeah.
Who's paying
So
the most?
I'll throw the 3 remaining gold.
So you're paying, just to clarify, you put a total of 27 gold on the table. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, Patricia will basically collect it very generously and give you each a room, a key to the room. Key has, it's kind of like the bottom of it is kind of square, but outside of that, there's no real defined feature of it. She goes, "Thank you so much. Thank you. It is the last room on the 2nd floor."
Morning will nod very vigorously again, kind of clicking his beak, and he will say, "Thank you very much."
You're very welcome.
So,
It is on the left. She motions to the left wing of the tavern.
till all are one, Orion says.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I'm so happy how Orion came together.
Yeah. He kind of reminds me of like a surfer bro.
A little bit.
I saw, not to immediately break the rules, but I did see the chat say it's like two stoners interacting when Orion and T-Bone were talking to each other, which I thought was
Yep.
pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would everyone like to do? Well, if you'd like to, I can roll for initiative to determine who wants to go first. But if someone wants to go and do something, let me know now. What would you guys like to do?
Morning starting by drinking his wine that he got.
Okay, Warning's gonna hang out at the bar for a little while. Anyone? Orion, what would you like to do?
I would like to also go to the bar.
Okay, so you're gonna stay at the bar as well and enjoy your drink.
Get to know Warning more.
Awesome. Really quick, I'm just gonna go through the board and then you guys can interact with one another. Vel, what would you like to do?
I'll look for jobs.
Okay.
That's gonna be needed.
All right. So you'll leave. Do you let let the party know that you're gonna be looking for some a way to make some coin?
Sure, since they were covering my back
Okay.
for room and board.
So you
yeah.
kind of just turn to, I guess, between Orion and Smokey and say, "I'll have to pay you back," and you kind of like wander off.
Well, I make a mental note of paying them back,
Mm-hmm.
but I'd probably talk to Warning because he's been the more friendly, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
And then ask for like where do I find jobs? Basically.
And then really quick, I want to ask Bex, what would you like Smokey and in turn T-Bone to do?
It seems like the journey has gotten the best of T-Bone, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I think some cat naps are in order.
Are you both going to the room?
Yeah.
Okay. So you will depart to your rooms? Yeah, correct?
Ah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, well then in that case, before Orion and Warning start talking to each other, Vel will wander over to Warning and ask the Kenku where you can find some work.
Yeah.
Warning.
Would Warning be able to point her in the right direction after having been looking around?
I mean, Warning always knows of one way or two to get some money, but as far as like a decent job, it seems like there would be maybe some work here in the tavern, either there or over at the Skyforge market that I described before. There's the caravan company, the workshop, as well as the sky deck.
Okay.
You also, during session 0, I also did bring up the carrier pigeon establishment.
Okay. So Warning would probably like point out those places.
Yeah, and there should also be a job board. I didn't know it. I know I didn't bring it up before, but there should be a job board.
Yeah, he'll be pointing those out
Okay.
and let her know, and just tells her to be careful.
Vel, the waypoints have been set on your minimap.
Okay.
Another settlement needs your help.
I think she'll ask Warning if he could come with her.
Sure.
Cool. So I guess they go set out to go find some jobs.
Orion, you were talking to Warning, and now it seems like they are going to depart. What would you like to do now?
Stay.
Okay, you should just stay at the bar
Yes.
under the watchful eye of Patricia.
Yes.
All right, very well. We will come back to you in a moment. Let me think about this. Let's go to the tabaxi first. It should be pretty easy. You guys kind of rub elbows against a couple people, like physically, as you kind of squeeze by a few people. Once they notice you, they will obviously make room, especially with the larger tabaxi with a very heavy load. Will make room for you as you make your way into the rooms. You make it into the rooms area, and you find the stairs. You go up to the stairs to the last room, and it's kind of the room at the end. If you imagine, it's kind of like a large hallway with the wings, and then at the very end are the door to your room. So it's kind of like, it's probably one of the larger rooms in the tavern, because it sleeps 6 people. You walk up to the door, unlock it, open it, and it's empty, it's furnished, it's got blankets, it looks like it's prepared for a very cold night. There are a couple candles that are unlit. Upon closing the door, you will notice that there is a kind of, what is that called? Like clove of garlic, kind of like that necklace thing, you know what I mean?
Interesting. Okay.
On the door. You'll actually notice that on like 1 or 2 of the beds as well. The garlic. But it almost looks more as a sense of decoration. It's a nice tavern. The wood itself is engraved. It's almost like elven woodwork almost. But yeah, there's no barriers between the two. There's just individual beds. And down the line, there's 6 beds, 3 on each side. And you have your own like little footlocker and your own little like nightstand. On one side there is a window, and at the far end there is another window where you can like wash up and stuff. So that is what you and T-Bone see. T-Bone will immediately like unfasten his backpack and will just lay face first into the nearest bed and almost immediately fall asleep. Smokey? Bex?
Oh, Bex had to step away.
Ah,
Sorry.
shit.
It's in the Discord chat.
It does say I'll be right back in the Discord chat. Fuck. Okay, no problem.
I'm here.
Okay.
Oh, fair enough.
How much did you hear about the how much did you hear about the room?
Not much.
Okay, you walk in the room. There are 3 beds on either side. There's no barrier in between them or anything like that. They do have their own little footlocker for your own individual bit of things or what have you. The beds seem furnished very, very well for very cold winters.
As you close the door, you do notice a clove of garlic on the door, as well as like every other bed has one as well. On top of that, there's candles that are unlit. There's a window, kind of a large window on the right hand wall, and on the far end, there's another window, about a little bit smaller, and it looks like a little place for you to wash up. Upon immediately entering, T-Bone will take off his backpack and just like crash out on the first bed he can. What would you like to do?
Kind of curious about the garlic.
Sure, you can examine it if you'd like. Or what would you like to do? You can do whatever you like.
I kind of walk up to it cautiously, kind of.
The
Sniff it.
the one behind the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, you sniff it. It smells just like garlic. It actually smells a lot like garlic in here. There's lots of garlic.
And I'm a little confused as to why.
Yeah, I mean,
This
if you,
is weird.
it's a little strange. It's maybe a different custom, but it could be of anything. You can't say factually anything about it, really. If you would like to make a investigation check, you're more than welcome to do that. I mean, you have a myriad of skills that you can use. Whichever you'd like to do, or if you'd like to ask anyone about it, you're welcome to do any one of those things. Just let me know. You're welcome to make a religion check, a survival check, a medicine check, a nature check, investigation check, a history check, whatever you'd like.
I'll do an investigation check.
Go ahead, roll it, add the modifier, and let me know what you get.
19.
Yeah, 19. You look at it, I mean, you crack it open, it smells like garlic, and if you eat it, it tastes just like garlic. There's nothing wrong with it. But with the amount of information that you know, you're not able to make any other conclusion besides they just hung up garlic maybe as a free snack. You have no idea. You can only guess at this point. But there's nothing nefarious about it. You know what I mean?
It's weird.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
it's just strange. But you've seen more than enough strange things upon reaching Barovia. And you haven't even spent like maybe, I don't know, 3 hours here.
Yeah, and I've had enough weird for one night.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of curl up on the bed.
All right, you curl up on the bed, and as soon as you get comfortable, you T-bone farts.
This is gonna be how every trip is.
Oh my god.
Orion, you're there at the bar. Is there anything you'd like to do while you're at the bar, or what does this look like in your mind? Let me know.
I'm just drinking, trying to. Wait, is Warning still there?
No, so they left. You were talking to Warning for a moment, and then Vel came over to Warning and asked them where they can find a couple of jobs. Warning nodded,
yeah, and then
and
they
they
left. Yeah.
left the bar. You're welcome to follow them. Or you're welcome to stay at the bar. Let me know what you want to do.
I shall. I think I shall go to the room.
Sure, you leave to go to the room.
Bigger room in the tavern. Yes.
Yeah, it's one of the bigger rooms. It's imagining how this place is laid out, you imagine there's probably 4 of these 6-person rooms in the tavern. Yours is on the left on the second floor.
I shall head there.
You do so. You kind of wander around the crowded area. Where is your coin?
My what?
Where's your money?
Where? In my coin purse.
In your coin purse? Where's your coin purse
Yeah.
located?
Backpack.
In your backpack? Okay. Roll a perception check for me.
Yep.
Oh god, you better get
Oh
robbed.
lord.
Yeah.
No one's got 12.
12? Okay. One figure kind of dressed in common clothes kind of blends into the crowd, kind of bumps into you a little bit as you pass by.
God damn it. Alright.
Robbed. Oops, sorry.
Oh.
I immediately I immediately check my backpack.
You just squat down and check your backpack right now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you like Noel from Last of Us crouch down and pull out, open up your backpack. Well, what are you looking for?
Coin.
Yeah. You see your coins?
Do I okay, then I continue.
Yeah, they're
to
all
the
there.
room. Then I continue to the room
Yeah,
unscathed.
you do so. You make it to the room, open the door.
Get on the floor.
Ready to do the dinosaur.
And you close the door.
Sorry.
You, upon closing the door, you also notice the same things I described before, with the garlic hung up on every other bed, the garlic on the back of the door, and where the windows are located, as well as the washing area, as well. Smokey, are you passed out at this point?
I can't sleep with the ambient smells that are coming from right next.
It really does just smell like garlic and fart. Garlic and fart. Yeah, it's.
Like I walked into like a hot garlic fart.
I mean, at least it's not ingested garlic parts.
Yeah, it's also pretty cold here, so that might also be something you're not maybe accustomed to, since you've came from the desert recently. But yeah,
I'm just kind of getting acclimated.
Yeah, you will notice the doing that thing that cats do, where they're like patting, massaging their bed.
Oh, making biscuits.
Yeah.
Eating?
Making biscuits.
You know what I mean?
It was bread.
Yeah, when they're kneading bread, Darian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bread, yeah.
So yeah, you both see each other at this point as Orion Pax walks in.
Hello, traveler. Orion says,
He just says that.
What's up?
Excited.
"This is our room. It is quite large."
In my
That's
opinion, if you'd like to live, I would try sleeping close to the window.
For what purpose?
I'm used to him by now.
What?
Darian, make a perception check.
Oh god. God damn it.
You just can't smell the garlic farts.
17.
17. It smells like fart and garlic in here.
Says Orion?
No, it says your nose, dude.
Oh.
I'm just telling you what Orion sees with his all five senses.
This is funny, I'm sorry. I apologize, I forgot your name again. What is it I say to the other person in the room who I may or may not have forgot their name in real life?
Bex?
Yes.
Yeah, Bex is playing Smokey.
Well, I like the perspective this room offers.
What?
Dude,
Yeah, seems like it's got a nice feel.
So you recommend the one by the window, the bed?
I would.
What is up with all this garlic?
I was trying to figure that out. It's odd. I've never seen someone hang up garlic.
Neither have I. I'm afraid we do not have garlic in my mountains.
What is this thing you speak of?
I just love the idea of Orion walking in with his hands on his hips, checking out the room. He's like, good perspective. And Smokey is just like covering his nose, just like, it smells like fart and garlic, dude. I just can't.
It's amazing.
Yeah. What's with all the garlic?
What's with all the farts?
That was funny. Just the garlic.
Yeah, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
Return Sorry. I was
Yeah.
just gonna say, I will return. I will find out what the garlic is for. There must be a purpose.
And then
So
Orion makes his leave.
Orion makes his leave to the front desk or
All right.
to the bartender.
Do you offload any of your stuff, or you keep it on you?
I'm gonna keep it on me.
Okay. We'll pause there, and we'll move on to Veil and Warning. You two will leave the tavern, and you will go out into the rain, and you'll have a. It's a. Crap, what are those things called? Where they have like a deck almost that has like a small roof, but it's still outside.
Awning.
Yeah, kind of like an awning. And so you'll go to where the job board is.
Hey.
I assume that's where you're going. I'm sorry. Was that
Yes.
where you're headed?
Yes.
Warning? Is
Yeah,
that where you go?
start
Okay.
there.
Okay, cool. It'd be the first one, likely. Unless you wanted to talk to Patricia about maybe getting a job at the tavern, but it's entirely
No,
up to you.
thank you.
Gotcha. All right,
Let's start with the board.
Yeah, you go to the
Yeah.
board. You see a collection of. I mean, they're looking for work for a caravan. They always need bodyguards. They always need guards for the area. They always need help on the sky deck. They always need help at the workshop if you're able-bodied. More mentally bodied for workshop duty. They're looking for engineers and artificers. If they can get an artificer, they'd be in heaven. But that's kind of what they're looking for. You also do notice bounties. There is a handful of bounties with illustrations kind of crudely drawn, but it gives a little description. It has their name and it has rewards underneath them. You will notice that each of the bounties seem to be from the same place. The contract, upon completion, I would say most of the time they'd probably be dead or alive, but that's something for you to investigate later down the line. But they are all from a location known as Mordvishka.
Do I know where that is?
You do. It's not too far. It's maybe, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's about 6 hexes. About 3 days on foot. Traveling
Okay.
west.
Okay. Does anything like pop out immediately that's like, that seems interesting? Mainly for the bounties, because that would be something he'd be
Oh,
interested
okay.
in.
Yeah. Looking at the bounties then?
Yeah, he'd probably be giving them at least a good once over, because
Yeah, I mean, a couple of them look like. I mean, one of them does stand out because one of them seems to be an illustration of a kind of like younger woman. It's someone's daughter, and they want her brought back alive. It's like a missing persons poster.
okay,
Outside of
he'd
that,
be interested.
yeah, and then outside of that, the rest of the people look like one larger individual they want brought alive, and another person who's kind of a medium build, kind of a nasty looking guy. They want him. They don't mind him dead or alive, as well as additional rewards for any of their affiliates.
Okay,
Okay.
he'd be interested for sure in the missing girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a quick second here.
We'll take the missing persons job.
Yeah, the contract is made up to find a certain Adelina Petrova.
How do you spell that?
Adelina? Adeline?
Yeah, how do you spell it?
Adalnia.
And then her last name?
Petrova?
Yeah.
Petrova.
Yeah, Petrova.
Petrova.
Okay. Is there a picture of what she looks like?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there is. Like I said, kind of crudely drawn, but you get a general gist. It's not colored necessarily. It's like a hand drawn
Okay.
pencil art.
But there are a couple
Okay.
different copies of the bounty, so there
It would
does
take
seem
one.
so there does seem to be like some sort of a printing press that's taking place here. You notice that with a lot of these actually, like even with kind of above board, all the players will kind of notice that there seems to be a lot more registry that's happening, like the manifestos and stuff like that. There seems to be a lot more kind of formalities that everyone's going through. These bounties and stuff like that, they seem to be gone through a printing press of some sort.
Okay. Still on her picture though, like, is there any description or like
Yeah, does it have
thing?
written description or anything?
Yeah,
Like,
she's gone missing from Wolf's Grave.
Okay.
They were. She went missing in the night from the it said Petrova, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Petrova.
From the Petrova family, which
well, what
is
does she look like?
uh brown hair, bangs, roughly 8 years old.
Oh, so small child.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, that's the description that I wanted.
I apologize.
Yeah,
Sad.
warning would take one of the extra printed flyers.
Okay,
that.
you'll notice that the reward is 400 gold.
Use that.
Damn. Okay. Do I know where Wolves Run is? Is that what you said it was?
Wolf's Grave.
Wolves Grave.
You do, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is about 4 days on foot heading north from Van Parturi.
Okay.
Since you came from Logvarov, and that kind of branches also from the north, you remember coming across a like fork in the road, and that direction is what went north into Wolf's Grave.
Okay. Okay. Is there any other bounties or anything like that that
There are.
striking?
The other two I described. Do you want me to give descriptions of those again, or are you asking for any additional ones?
Just any additional ones. Pretty much anything that seems like it would be good money or worth the time to
Yeah,
do.
is there any like quick buck money stuff?
Maybe the quickest buck you could probably find here would be there is a couple to do. There's a messenger job.
Or
It's not too much. They're willing to pay you about, I'd say, 50 gold to deliver a package from Van Parturi to Mordvishka.
and that is how far?
3, I believe I said 3 days.
3
1,
days.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 days. 3 days on 3 days on foot.
Okay. So warning will probably take that one also.
Mm-hmm. There's also going to be a caravan of something, but they would like some hired help going from Van Parturi to Mordavishka. You'll notice that there is also a caravan going from Van Parturi to. It is a longer journey, but it'll be passing through Logvarov and going into Rexkrovich.
Okay. So he'll also take the one where the caravan leads into where we said it was the same place as the messenger job.
Oh, into Mordvishka?
Yes.
Okay. They say if you're interested in that job, you should go see the carrier pigeon company.
Okay. He'll take note of that then. And he'll look at, or he'll like point it out to Val, being like, same place. Go from here there. 3 days.
Like, she'll probably say something along the lines of, "Oh, you were thinking that too? Awesome."
He just nods. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, we'll take those. You said there was some jobs to help out and stuff. Like, are those? I guess what I'm asking for is there any like Uber Eats types of jobs where you it's kind of like a one and done thing, but it's relatively quick.
I mean,
in town.
Like in town, maybe
Yeah.
not so much. They're pretty independent, but it seems like most of their commerce comes from these 3 to 4 major settlements within this particular location. They travel from Lagvarov to Venparturi to Wolfsgrave, or from Wolfsgrave to Venparturi, and then Venparturi to Mordovishka.
See.
Yeah, so Venparturi, much to the name of the Four Winds, also is dictated by the 4 paths that go outside of town.
Okay. Gotcha. Um. Hmm. Well, I think we got a couple of jobs. So,
But yeah, a lot of those caravan jobs, if you're curious, is probably the most likely to be kind of like a Uber Eats type of thing, because
Okay.
they're just transporting goods from Venparturi to Mordovishka.
But
okay.
it'll still take a few days. 'Cause-
That's if you're traveling by foot.
yeah.
A caravan is a totally different thing. Caravan's
That's true.
probably
Okay.
a little faster.
You said there's any other bounty like quests, like kill
Yeah.
a monster and then you get monies.
You will see there is a kind of cleaning house job. They want a site basically refurbished. Warning, you will notice that upon getting closer to Venparturi, there did seem to be a couple like barns that were just completely barren. Nothing seemed to grow there, and the houses were completely boarded up. You assume
Okay.
this is probably what they meant by it, but the job is to basically it hasn't been established. You're either supposed to you're basically reclaiming property at a certain point. They've been unable to pay the taxes to the to Barovia, and therefore needs to be reclaimed.
Oh, so we'd be pretty much going in and kicking people out.
Potentially, if there are people in there, yeah.
Okay.
How much does it pay?
It would pay. Oh, 1 moment, please. 1 moment, please. I can't find my D4 anywhere, dude. There they are.
Calculating.
It's getting dark over here. I gotta turn on my lights. 600 gold.
600 gold? Okay.
Give me a quick second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Which jobs are you thinking, Maya?
All of them.
Well,
I'm
we
back.
can't do all of them.
You workaholic.
At least not yet.
I mean,
Well, I need to get monies, and if room and board is 60 gold, then
Yeah, I mean, obviously, but we do need to kind of pick and choose which ones we're doing for travel time and stuff like that too.
well, yeah. I mean, we could take all of them and then bring them back to the club and discuss which ones we shall take. Like, actually do.
Definitely want to bring the missing person one.
Yeah.
there's copies of each of them. You can potentially take all of them, but just as far as simplicity's sake, please write down which ones interest you so you can bring it up to the party.
Warning seemed more interested in the ones that we'd brought up. He'd be interested to see about the reclamation one.
Yeah.
Exactly what would come of that. The chaotic nature is calling to him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They say for more information, you should go to the guardhouse, which is just past the Skyforge workshop.
Okay. Morning will grab a copy of it though, but he'll just be like, we go talk Morning.
And she nods. Yes. We'll do that.
Okay, Orion.
Yes.
Howdy. So you go down to the front desk where the bartender is, the female bartender, Patricia.
Yeah.
She is there. She goes, good to see you again. What can I get you?
I have a question.
Please, a question about the rooms, perhaps.
Yes.
Go
What is I noticed there's garlic hung up
Yes.
near each of the beds.
Yes, it is a Barovian custom. It is always best to have garlic close by when you sleep. Make you sleep better. Make you live longer.
Ah. So it's not for any repelling of any creature.
A creature, maybe not. It is supposed to be good against evil, as well as other issues you may have with your heart.
Ah.
Sinuses.
Now, are we allowed to take these down?
It would be maybe unkind, but if it disturbs you, I'm sure I could do something about this. Why? What is the problem?
No problem. I'm just wondering.
Okay, very well.
I shall respect your custom.
Do you need more, perhaps?
More garlic?
Yes.
I think so.
Okay, very well. I grab you
One
more.
of my roommates may or may not have eaten some.
I understand. I will get you 3 more.
Thank you.
She goes around the wine barrels and comes back, and like rope in her arm, in the crutch of her arm, she will give you 3 more loops full of garlic.
Ah, thank you.
Of course, of course.
I shall inform Smokey of my findings. So I head back to the room.
You tell Patricia that? Sorry, yeah, you head back to the room.
He just says that, yeah.
I say
Alright.
that to
Amazing.
Yeah, you head back to the room.
So, Smokey sees more garlic.
Yes. I'm sorry,
That's
Smokey, is Smokey they, he, she? He? Okay, thank you. Just clarifying.
I have returned with answers and more garlic.
Oh boy.
I could smell it from down the hall.
It is a Barovian custom that garlic when you sleep near garlic, it is better for your health and to help you sleep better and to repel evil.
You don't say.
Yes.
So I take 2 of the 3 ropes and put them around my neck and curl back up into sleep.
Oh jeez.
I shall hang the last one near your bed.
My God.
Thanks,
yeah.
bruh.
No problem at all.
Just covered in garlic.
We have a damp cat smell and garlic cat smell.
Yeah, yeah.
And one that's still got
Smells like
cat.
farts.
Yeah. Fart cat and garlic cat.
Do you crack open the window, Smokey?
For the
I
sake
do.
You do? Okay, yeah, you can do that. It'll kind of help the smell for sure.
Aerate the room.
circulation.
Yeah, yeah. It with that, as long as Smokey enjoys the sound of rain, we'll find it very pleasant to sleep here.
I do like the sound of rain.
Yeah, you'll pass right out. Orion, is there...
Oh, sorry.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. Please, I was just gonna ask what we were gonna do.
Oh, I was just gonna say there was no rain in my mountains.
Mm.
Oh, actually, no. Sorry, I was gonna say that it rains a lot in the Lookout Mountains.
Hands on hips.
Hands on hips. Looks into distance. Linkin Park starts playing.
Oh my god.
You do that.
No, hmm.
You have a little
Perhaps I
bit
can
of
go find. Perhaps I can go find young T-Bone.
T-Bone
T-Bone
is
is passed
passed
out.
out. He's the reason why this room smells like farts.
Oh, I see. Oh, I get it. Oh, right. T-Bone is okay. Then I shall go find Warning.
Yes, shortly after that, Warning and Vel will walk into the room.
Oh, welcome back.
At the end of the 6 beds, there will be a table to sit about 6 people as well. It's kind of like a little dining table. Be a good place to kind of set up your base of operations if you'd like to use that.
Yes, we'll like lay out the copies of the manifestos.
Yeah. So, Orion, they will unload their inventory of papers. It looks like a series of jobs. There's bounty posters. There's a missing persons poster in there. There's ones to be hired by a caravan company for kind of like a one-stop shop kind of job. What else did you guys grab? I mean, this is kind of up to you guys to talk to Orion. So I'll sit out for a moment.
I feel like it was mainly those because we also picked up the repo job.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Warner
like-
will kind of put like that first caravan one and the what's the word? Courier note. Like he'll put those two together because they can be done pretty much at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And since he knows like the area, he'll be being a little more quiet because obviously the other two are asleep. So he'll be like, he's got like them all laid out and he's like adjusting them.
Yeah.
And
Really quick, Smokey, it's kind of up to you to decide if you want to be asleep during this, but if you'd like to be awake and talk, absolutely, I encourage you to do so. Go ahead and talk amongst yourselves and decide what you want to do. I'm going to grab a pencil really quick.
okay. But he'll be like putting them out and he'll be like, this one's going to be a 3-day walk in such and such direction. Being like, these ones can be done together, but it's like X amount of days walk. He is saying walking because he's used to walking everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of helping pointing out where everything is because he knows you guys aren't from here.
Yeah. Well, if we're able to catch a ride on a caravan,
Mhm.
that should make things go by a little faster.
I shall assist you guys with whatever task you may have in front of you.
All right. So, I suppose we could find
Though,
a caravan that's going out that way. And she points at the job, the messenger job.
So that'll be the one that also had the caravan. So Warning will pick up both of those and be like, first?
She nods her head to Warning.
Okay.
shall we
Yes.
do this tonight or tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Hmm.
Late.
Wait. How many days did we get our room for? Was it 2
Two.
days?
2 days.
2 days.
2 days.
2 days, 2 nights.
So maybe we'll use the rest of our stay, and then we could do that.
I agree with this.
Warning's just nodding, kind of clicking his beak a couple of times.
Orion approves.
So wait, Mason, what time is it now?
It would
8.
definitely be during the. Yeah.
Oh!
It probably honestly, they might coincide. It's probably around 8 or 10 within game.
Okay.
He was asking within game. Anyway.
It's like when you play those survival games and you'd be like, "Is anyone hungry?"
in real life.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, it's
don't mind me.
it's definitely getting later towards the night. When you first arrived, it was maybe a little earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for D12 to try and keep track of time. Can't find it. Okay. But then we did say about 3 hours passed after the Tabaxi made their arrival, which would put it probably about 11 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah, warning will just be. We check tomorrow.
Yes.
Cool. Above board, what is the plan?
So we're gonna start with that caravan and the messenger one that go to the same place.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna inquire about that one first, or those ones first,
Sure. Yeah.
because if we could do them at the same time, we might as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you're gonna do the two jobs for the messenger?
Yeah, because
Okay.
there's the messenger and then the caravan that you said we're both going to.
That's
I
right.
don't remember the name of the place.
Yeah, that's right. I believe there were two messenger jobs. One seems to be of a package or a partial, and then the other one is a letter. Plan on doing. I think one.
Do they go to the same place?
They don't. I don't believe they go to the same place.
Okay, so we'd be picking the one that goes with the caravan to the one
Okay.
place.
Okay, that sounds
Because then
good.
we can complete those together, and then there'd be less travel time
Mm-hmm.
due to being on the caravan.
Gotcha. Sounds good. Anything else anyone else would like to do for the night?
My name is Orion Pass.
Oh my gosh.
And he's back.
How many beds are in the room again?
6.
6. Okay. Vel will probably go to the farthest bed possible because her nose is a little sensitive.
Oh, the whole room is just farts and garlic.
Yeah, so
Yeah, but she'll be on the other side of the room with an open window. And her
The-
pack, like, really close to her. Like, if she's wearing a backpack, she is using it as a pillow.
there you go.
Warning is not taking the bed next to T-Bone because he could smell that.
Orion sleeps on the floor.
Oh my god, dude, there's
6
beds.
beds.
Orion
take-
will sleep on the floor.
Take like 2 of the beds and just push them together. Give yourself a big bed.
Oh
I
shit.
shall
you
do
go.
that.
Oh. Just take the one that's next to T-Bone and just push it away from him towards the other bed.
I shall throw T-Bone out the window. No.
Yeah, you guys could like push T-Bone
No,
like
Smokey's
further.
falling on that grenade.
Yeah, no, we'll
'Cause
like
he's used to T-bone farts.
can we like kind of move him closer away from the rest of us? Like further away from us just a little bit to like
Yeah, you basically move the bed until it's flush against the same wall as the door.
Okay.
So you'll have to move T-Bone in the morning to exit, but it kind of works 2 birds in 1 stone right there.
Yeah. That is true.
Yeah.
T-Bone is
Nobody will be able to get in.
yeah, T-Bone is in quotations taking watch right now.
He's comatose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that it? Everyone sleeps for the night? Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
All right. Has anyone lost any hit points? I know we
No.
have levels of exhaustion that we will be eliminating.
Wait.
I believe that's how it goes. I think all exhaustion goes away. Does anyone know off the top of their hand?
I thought you had to do it in levels, like every.
Yeah, you get like
Oh, okay.
1 level per long rest. Or
There's like
something.
big sleeps and then the rests.
Right.
I think the big.
This
I
is
think-
big sleep. This is big sleep
Okay, hold
energy.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, big sleep energy.
Let's see.
Then no, I don't know off the top of my head.
Oh, here it is. An effect that removes exhaustion reduces its level as specified in the effect's description, with all exhaustion effects ending if a creature's exhaustion level is reduced below 1. Finishing a long rest reduces a creature's exhaustion level by 1, provided that the creature has also ingested some food and drink.
Okay. He has had some food and some drink.
So they would only lose a level of exhaustion.
Yeah. So.
So that if they have more than 1,
Mhm.
they still have 1
That's fine.
or X amount.
Because it's from the sound of it, it seems like you guys are going to take advantage of this second job. It's second night. Wow, I'm sorry.
I was like, what?
I was like looking at my notes and talking and said what I was reading.
Yeah, no. So we are going to take advantage of the second night, but yeah, so it'll.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. So that means T-Bone is at an exhaustion level of 2, and similarly, Smokey.
I thought we started with 2 and then
Yeah,
we go
No,
to
they'd
1.
be to 1 then.
She'd be at 1.
Yeah.
Did I say 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and numbers, man.
Numbers
Did they
are
end up with like
numbers.
3 levels of exhaustion? I thought-
No, you guys were at 2, and now you're at 1. That is correct. I apologize.
Words are hard. Math is hard.
Yeah, man. And you have to do it like all the time.
I know, it's gross.
Everyone sleep?
Bonehead.
Everyone sleep?
Yes.
Everyone sleep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you guys have a plan of what time you'd be getting up? I guess you didn't establish that, eh?
No,
No.
I feel like it's just whoever gets up gets up.
Okay,
Mhm.
let's
Mornings and
roll.
early bird.
Cats are always up at the butt crack of dawn for some fucking reason.
Yep.
Yo,
Birds are always out
true.
there chirping.
The early
Mhm.
bird does get the worm.
Orion will be the early bird. He swore.
Everyone roll.
He swore.
Everyone roll initiative. Let's see who gets up first.
I would die if T-Bone just
God
stayed
damn
in the
it.
house.
What'd you get, Darian?
2.
Did you add your initiative?
I don't think I have initiative.
You should.
You do.
Maybe not as a fighter, actually. I have no idea.
I don't think so.
It depends on how much you put in your
Sometimes you just gotta take initiative.
deck. It's based on
Oh, I have
dexterity.
2 plus 2 initiative. 5
Yeah.
initiative. Let's go.
There we go. Okay.
We're good.
Yeah, you always have something if you have something in dexterity.
Wait, no, sorry. 4 initiative. Ahaha.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
So you got a total of
Yes.
5. What else did
4.
total of 4? What else did everyone get?
18.
18 from warning. I'll keep going down the board here. What did Smokey get?
I rolled a 20 plus my initiative of 121.
21. Excellent. And Vel.
28.
28.
Praise.
Vel, you awaken. It is the nightmares. You you can kind
Farts.
of farts.
I mean, he's far away from you at this point. If you
I
think
know.
of it.
I'm just kidding. Just
It's
joshing.
it's still cloudy. It's definitely brighter than it was before. There's some kind of dim light coming from outside.
Mhm.
But you wake up and above board it's roughly about 5 a.m. early.
Early.
Everyone else seems to be asleep. Smokey seems to be kind of stirring awake at this time as well.
There's also a,
Just making weird, like, cat grunts.
Oh.
and a comatose T-Bone in front of the door.
Just like snoring.
Maybe she like does a little. I guess it would be a little weird, but she kind of like gets a good look at her companions at this point. That way she can like, I don't know, memorize the way they look.
Yeah, would you like to make an insight check on each of them or
No, I'm just looking at them, taking in what they look like.
Weirdness.
yeah, for sure.
Because like the whole time she's like not necessarily like looking at them because she's got that big ass hood on her.
Yeah.
So
So this is the first
She's
time you've
taking the
actually
time to actually.
Yeah, it's the first time you've really kind of taken in where it's like, yeah, these people I'm gonna actually have to do some jobs with. I should probably take some time to memorize their faces.
yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't take much. I mean, there's not too many Kenku around, but You've heard that maybe there's more Kenku, so you try to do your best to take a look at this one specifically and kind of figure out how you're going to differentiate him from another if you end up coming across another.
I
Right.
want to imagine he sleeps with his eyes open.
Oh god.
Just like staring up at the ceiling.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're able to see
Terrifying.
his golden yellow eyes as well.
I would assume upon seeing that, like at first glance, she'd get started like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to."
Do you say that
Dare.
do you say that out loud?
Yeah, because she probably thinks that he's like awake.
Yeah, that will kind of stir awake Smokey and Warning in which point.
He kind of like blinks a few times and like
So I wasn't doing nothing suspicious. I just
he like tilts his head at you, very confused.
well, see, I have issues talking to people, and well, I just wanted to know what you actually look like, and instead of this black like blob I see out of my periphery and stuff, and she just kind of rambles on.
Warning still seems a little confused because he's like kind of like looks down and he's like
I'm
he just shrugs. He's like
just gonna like point to the door. I'm gonna go.
You can't leave.
there is a T-bone in the fucking door. We literally moved his bed to cover the door.
They'll move the bed.
You're still asleep.
I go back to sleep.
Maybe she like points to the window and she's like, I'm gonna go.
Oh,
Or he'll just be like he'll like wave his hands and he'll be like wait, kind of like making like chattering noises because it's too early for him to put words together.
Right.
And he's kind of reverted back to doing like the thieves' cant with his hands because it's like he's not actively thinking about it. And so he just kind of goes back to doing it.
That's funny.
And then he'll kind of ruffle like all of his feathers and like put his cloak back on. He'll stuff his bag, like his backpack, with like the non-important stuff in it. Like if he's like, if I were to lose this shit, I wouldn't care kind of stuff. Into the footlocker. Does it come with a lock?
Man. If it did, yeah. The key would be in the lock itself. Yeah, it does.
Okay, so he would go ahead and lock it. But I feel like he would do, so he'll, okay, I have an idea. So he'll like stuff his bags into the, like his main backpack into the footlocker, but he'll grab his meat sack bag. He'll lock the lock again, but what he'll do is he'll take some of the salt and do like a pattern on top of it so he can tell if it's been opened.
Oh, okay, sure. I like that.
Because he doesn't want to have to carry his backpack around all the fucking time, especially if we're coming back here. But he's like, I don't trust it because obviously he's in the trade,
Yeah.
and so like
I will just go ahead and ask you, what skill are you using to like set this? Because there isn't necessarily a skill I can see that would.
So pretty much what he'll do is he'll lock it and keep the key on him, but then he'll like just take a handful of the salt and probably do like a thieves' cant kind of marking on the top.
Sure, yeah.
That just is like pretty much tells somebody if they're gonna come up to it to fuck off.
Yeah, for sure. And then at that point, it would just be their intelligence against, I guess, perception.
Yeah, because it's pretty much just to lay a trap. So if somebody tries, even if somebody picks his lock, because he knows that's a thing you can do,
Mm-hmm.
if somebody opens it, the salt is going to be disturbed.
Gotcha. Yeah, that sounds good.
And he knows better because he's like, if I'm not going to keep it on me, I need to keep it somewhere safe. But I know that it could still be broken into, so it's just like it's just literally like a small amount of sand in like enough writing to be like where he knows what it's supposed to say,
Yeah.
kind of thing. He's
Here.
not using an ass ton of salt for it.
Yeah, I have just really quick. I do have a collection of like iconography and stuff like that within the Thieves' Cant thing that we were referencing before. I'm
Okay.
just gonna go ahead and kind of share this with you. I'll put it on the stream so people can kind of see it because I found this and I thought it was pretty cool. Pop that there. There you go. And we'll do it in OBS here really quick.
That's for Thieves' Cant.
Mm-hmm. Mai, I also wanted to ask you, because I noticed that your character also has thieves' tools.
Mm-hmm.
Will you please roll for history?
Okay.
He'll probably do the keep away one
Yeah,
because it's
perfect.
like simple enough to use like a minimal amount of salt, but like it's still like enough to just enough so like even if it does get disturbed, it's gonna be obvious kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because like once you disturb salt, it's really hard to get it back into position.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll like, I'm gonna do this because it's something that I do. He'll like put whatever he didn't use back in the bag, but like whatever's left on his hand, he'll put it over his shoulder and shake it off.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
That's a weird thing that I do that my grandma did, where it's like if you spill salt, you're supposed to take a pinch and throw it over your shoulder. It's,
Yeah. It's like a superstition thing.
yeah, so it's something he does.
Cool.
Cute.
Mai, did you roll your
Yes.
history check?
Unfortunately, yes.
What'd you get?
Wait. Oh, wait. I think I have advantage on this.
For history?
Yeah.
Does it have an A on it?
Yeah.
Dang, okay.
Yeah. Okay, wait. I'm gonna roll again. Because that was
an advantage for.
Yeah.
it's my class.
Okay.
That's better. Because my first one, I was like, oh, that's not good. It was a 3 at first, and now it's a 16.
16? Okay. You're not proficient in it, but having thieves' tools yourself, you're kind of aware that like thieves kind of have their own means of communicating. You do recognize that the warning is using Thieves' Cant as he's like stirring awake and stuff. You don't know what he's saying in Thieves' Cant exactly, but you kind of recognize this.
I know what it is.
Yeah, and now
Yeah.
you know that he knows it as well.
It's like watching all of those anime, and I know that they're speaking Japanese, but I don't know what the hell they're saying.
Exactly. You identify it, but as far as identifying the
Understanding
specifics,
it.
there's no we.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Following that, stirring awake will be T-Bone and Orion. You awaken.
Waking saying his name.
T-Bone.
I'm Orion. I am Orion Pax.
My name is Orion Pax.
Is that what he says when he wakes up?
I miss my home,
Oh.
my family.
Oh,
T-Bone
My
kind
name is Orion Pax.
of T-Bone kind of stirs awake. He's like, "Did I say my name?"
my no.
Did I move my bed in my sleep?
That was
Morning
us. That was us, friend.
Oh. He kind of like looks around at his bed, just like, "Do you want to keep it here?"
Or sleep, yes.
Oh, okay, I'll move it back then. The sound of wood against wood grinds against the floor as he moves the bed back to its previous location.
Yes.
Fate has yielded its reward. A new world to call home. We we live among its people now, hiding in plain sight, but watching over them in secret, waiting, protecting. I send this message to any other travelers seeking refuge among the stars. We are here. We are waiting.
Oh my gosh.
The moment you started.
Why is it transition so well?
My name is Orion Pax, and I approve this message.
Oh my god. Okay, so you guys have plans, yes?
Breakfast.
Yes, for sure. Everyone's going down, correct? No one else is doing anything else? No one else is lagging behind doing some shady shit or something?
Not
mine.
yet.
As tempting as it might be, everyone's gonna go downstairs. Okay. Everyone goes downstairs and goes down and meets Patricia. There's already a couple people that are already downstairs eating. They've kind of established their spots like they were before, and then that leaves the 5 of you to go to the bar. This time you will notice the similar figure that you noticed, now without his horse, Vel, is that individual, still in his armor, seated at the extra seat at the bar. There's still the 5 available.
Huh?
Remember the person that you looked at for the initiative?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's over there.
Okay. I'm not gonna mess with him.
Okay, you may proceed. What would you like to do? You approach the bar. Patricia notices you again, and he's just like, "Hello, again. How was it? How was your sleep?"
I suppose it was alright.
Very good, very good. There was questions about the garlic. Was it... did you sleep well?
As much as you could with 2 cats farting up the room. Or a giant cat farting up the room.
It's just the one.
T-Bone looks over to Smokey. He's like, "Did you fart?"
That was all you, buddy.
Oh, did I fart?
A lot.
Oh, sorry, dudes. I always get... I guess airships make me gassy.
Anything makes you gassy.
The breathing makes sense.
You guys seem maybe mad at me. I'm sorry.
No warning, she's kind of laughing.
Okay.
This is just the normal giving T-Bone shit that Smokey does.
Fair enough.
Warning, hysterical. He will sit next to this random dude. He does not care.
Orion hungry.
I guess we should get some food.
Yeah.
Warning's gonna sit at the bar and... Good morning!
Morning. It is good to see everyone. I assume everyone is hungry.
Warning
Patricia.
vigorously.
Patricia!
Orion.
Patricia.
Orion.
Show me what you've got.
Always good to see you.
What do you have in stock in terms of sustenance?
We have the standard for new visitors to visit Barovia who have purchased a room. Comes with meats, eggs, and a little bit of stew.
I will take it all.
Very good. Any other special requests? Perhaps a beverage?
Do you... It is this native... it is a drink native to my people. It is called Energon. Might you have such a concoction?
She says she's never heard of that name specifically, but perhaps I can make something to your liking.
It is bourbon, rum, and whiskey.
Jesus.
Yeah.
At 5
Breakfast of champions, am I right?
This is a special request. It will not come with the room, but I'm more happy to serve it.
How much will it cost?
Should be 1 silver.
1 silver? It is fine. I shall endure.
Very well. Anyone else?
Warning, like I just imagine because how tall is this bar like average bar height?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I imagine Warning, kind of like a small child, has climbed onto the stool, but he's sitting on his knees. Lean onto the counter, and he just kind of very quietly to Patricia's like, "Do you have any juice?
Of course we have juice. What would you like?
What kind?"
She kind of like looks left and right. He's like, orange?
He just nods.
Very well.
Please.
I will bring it right out.
Thank you.
Is there apple juice? Orion asks.
Yes, we have apples.
I should take one of those.
Very well. I will bring it right away.
Thank you.
She leaves for a moment at the bar, leaving you once again to your own devices and this new +1 as well.
You said he's wearing a lot of armor.
Yeah, he doesn't have his, he keeps his helmet on the bar, but he's otherwise wearing all of his armor.
What does it look like? Like, how fancy is it?
It's not super fancy. It seems to be kind of like military standard. Not as, like, if it is of a knightly hood, it is not of any particular fancy knight. He's definitely a traveler.
Okay.
He looks like an older gentleman, probably around 40 years old. It looks like he's been around once or twice. He looks a little battered,
Okay.
but it looks like his armor looks like it's been repaired a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
It looks suitable. It looks strong, but it looks like he's had it for a while.
Okay. Is he wearing anything of note besides the armor? Like something that's like...
Yeah, any crests or symbols or anything?
He does, but it's not one that you recognize. It does seem to be of a maybe a marmot.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's he has a what's that called? A tabard?
The fuck's a tabard?
I think so. Yeah, a tabard's kind of like
When you're part
it's
of
kind of
a,
like a tunic, but
Yeah.
it has like that long loincloth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's blue, and again, it looks a little weathered. If anything, it's probably one of the newer things he has on him.
Okay. Warning will just turn to him. And just, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, you're a bird.
Okay. Not what I was expecting. You're a bird.
This makes Warning
Okay.
laugh. He laughs.
Yes, a jovial folk indeed. Very good. Tell me, he leans over. What brings you to Barovia?
I'm from here.
Ah, native. That makes sense. Good. And yourselves?
He points at us.
He kind of gestures down the bar. Yeah.
Whoever goes first.
He's sitting next to you.
I'll gesture to myself and T-Bone. We're actually from the deserts.
The deserts. Ah, yes. I've seen a couple deserts in my time. Back in the day, I had battled through the Valley of Elementals. That was something. Quite a war. Quite the fight. We lost a lot of men. But we won.
I like him.
I do too.
My name is Orion.
Oh! You're a dragon!
Yes.
Yes, I have met another one of you once before in my time. You're rare.
I am from the mountains. The
From the-
Lookout Mountains is what I am told they're called here.
Ah. Huh, I see. Do you also spit out acid?
No. Fire.
At that mention, Belle's gonna be like, "You spit out acid?"
Morning looks excited.
And then
There's less spitting and more breathing. A long exhale of fire is how I.
That's how I roll.
Morning looks excited.
the gentleman nods and goes, I see. Acid fire. I've never heard of that one. Sounds very painful.
No, just fire.
I see. Do any of you own a horse?
No.
No.
He's kind of alarmed. He's like, how do any of you fight without a horse?
With my hands?
With your
Why,
hands?
My battle axe and sword.
Yes, battle axe and sword, but you can also use battle axe, sword, and horse.
Where do I get a horse around these parts?
I've heard of a stable master not too far from here. I'm sure you'll be able to buy a very fine steed, for sure.
How much?
Well, I bought my horse for about 75 gold, but it's a war horse. It's one of the finest horses I've ever owned. You may have seen
How
it.
much? Can I get one for perhaps a silver?
He like slams on the table, and all the plates kind of jostle a little bit, and he goes, no.
No. How much is the cheapest one run you for?
That's a good question. Off the top of my head, 10 gold? Kind of not aware as the DM starts looking for the answers for the player.
He's self-aware, Hard Eyes.
But this individual doesn't seem to know that detail specifically.
Well, 10 gold is good enough for me. I am not made of money, though I know there's no short supply of work around here.
Yes. From my experience, it is very easy to get money, just as long as you're ready to fight and have an adventure.
Morning's just excited at that mention.
Our race is united by a history long forgotten and a future we will face together.
He lowers his cup and slowly turns to you, and he goes, yes, indeed. I like you, friend. You speak
What is your
of
name, traveler?
my name? My name is Lancer Willis.
What?
Lancer Willis.
That's right.
Sir Willis?
Lancer Willis.
Lancer Willis.
Correct.
What land are you originate?
Where I'm from?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm getting like messages and shit.
Mason popping off, bro.
Have-
He's already a celebrity.
But a celebrity.
Have you heard of Wolfsgate?
Wolfsgate. No, I have not.
Recently traveled from there.
Well, what brings you to Markovia?
Barovia?
Barovia?
Ah, yes. I, here to study chivalry. I hear there's a great lance trainer. I'm one of the finest.
Chivalry.
Yes, I'm one of the finest jousters I have ever had the pleasure of knowing, and I wish to become better.
Wait, did he just refer to himself
I did.
as the greatest one?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
I forgive my ignorance, but I thought chivalry was opening the door for a lady.
It is, but it's also all about showing mercy as well as understanding the finer points of war. When you meet another gentleman on horseback and you wish to fight each other to the death, it is best to perhaps spare the other one for maybe a favor. We are the servants of so many nobles. It is always good to show mercy in times where there is no mercy, especially when nobles do not know what it's like on the other end of the sword.
Hmm. Very admirable.
Yes, I hope to become an admiral.
Well, what work lies around this area?
I imagine just as much work as any other kind of work. There's always going to be a necessity for adventurers going through caves or dungeons or escorting a caravan, or I saw some bounties over there.
My mother was a cave.
What? Did you just say your mother was a cave?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I can't.
Totally
can't.
joking.
It goes over what Lancer Willis's head. He kind of believes you.
I'm totally kidding, old friend.
Of course. I plan on going south to a little place known as Stiegelenstein.
Hmm.
I hear they teach people on horse. One of the finest jousters ever was supposed to come from that place.
What is this finest jouster's name once again?
His name is Ulrich von Liechtenstein.
But
Ulrich.
well,
Didn't-
I may accompany you, traveler.
It is a long journey.
And though that is up to my posse, my group,
We're a posse now.
I may not.
Yep.
I will not choose for them. Freedom is their right.
See, kind of looks around and is like, you're all looking for work, I see.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He gets kind of solemn suddenly and thinks back and he goes, I'm, perhaps being hired by me is not one of the greatest ideas. I've been known not to be a very good employer.
Perhaps not hired, though. We do want to. I at least want to go to this place to betterment myself in skill of horse
Oh,
and jousting.
don't get me wrong, Stiegelenstein, I understand, is a fine place. Ulrich von Liechtenstein was a man, from what I understand, who studied many things of the occult and magic. If people among you are suffering from any sort of necromancy, it is understood that Stiegelenstein should have the answer of an ailment or to study.
It appears though our sleeping conditions have not been ideal here,
No,
at least for some of our group.
I've slept in far worse.
I agree. Me as well.
And the food here is delicious, as opposed to the other days, way back when I fought against those who fed me turd soup.
What?
Bird soup?
That's right, it tastes like shit.
Oh my god.
Well, though, hopefully you will not have any of that in your future, friend.
Believe me, I fought many, many brave men to fight against the turd soup. I believe you should always treat the people amongst you with fair play and good food. If you have a stomach full of shit, you're only going to fight like shit.
I can only assume that you are correct.
I like to think so.
Like, play like shit.
Though we must rise up against tyranny.
He slams against the table. Yes,
Slams against
brother.
the
Yes, he slams it again.
This character is great.
Patricia brings the food to everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Says Orion.
Lancer Willis says, Patricia, I would like to buy each of these travelers drinks on me.
Okay.
He's going to buy a round of drinks for everybody. Just,
You don't have to do that, friend.
No, please. It has been far too long since I've spoken with friends. I've lost many good folk like you. And I hope that the road treats you as well as it's treated me. Hopefully better.
I wish you the best as well.
Thank you.
and he will.
Ting, ting.
Are you making a toast?
No, just clicking on the glass.
Oh.
Ow.
S- Lancer Willis will say farewell, and he will make his leave.
Farewell, friend. Till our paths meet again.
Yes, until all are one, and he leaves.
And motherfucker. Till all are one.
Oh my
I love
god.
that. Oh my god.
Stole my line. I was just about to say that. It's okay.
Motherfucker.
I'm not even mad at it.
I'm surprised you didn't fuck up any of the names in the middle of there because they were making me crack up every time.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious. Anyway.
So you all eat, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
You all eat. Is there anything that you'd like to? Does anything else transpire for you guys during that time? Would you like to talk amongst yourselves?
Yeah, so I'd like to talk amongst my group.
Please.
Yeah.
So, it has come to my attention that we potentially may require horseback as a means of travel.
Horses are too big for me.
Very well. Perhaps a carriage for all of us.
Yes, I believe we were talking about that last night.
Ah, I'm very forgetful. Sorry.
No worries.
It's the robot dementia.
What? I thought you were a dragon.
Yes, but even
A
dragons
dragon
suffer
robot.
from robot dementia. The name is very misleading. It is not just for robots.
I am so confused right now.
This feels like a
Okay.
fever dream.
Really?
Who are you again?
Oh god, it's midnight here.
Oh shit, it is.
Ooh-wee.
I really need to be getting to bed. I have
Yeah,
work
no
in the
problem.
morning.
No problem.
Yeah.
This is a good
Yeah.
place to stop.
Indeed, it is, old
We
friend.
could continue breakfast next week.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you guys
Yeah.
endlessly. Thank you so much. This
Yeah,
is
thank you,
awesome.
man.
This has been a
Yes.
great time.
It was fun.
Great.
I
Hysterical.
enjoyed myself.
Yeah,
Same.
yeah. This is
Apologies for going off my character to make a stupid joke, but you know what? It was
Nope. I love it. It's great.
funny. Okay.
no, like
I'm
legitimately.
here for that.
Yeah, like legitimately half of any character is just a joke.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
always
That's
it's always
what
welcome.
I do. I tell shitty puns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, everyone's character is just I am just beyond overjoyed. It's been so much fun. Thank you guys.
Different variations.
Yeah,
of
for sure. It's
those.
been really fun.
Yes, thank you, Mason.
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys. I will talk to everyone soon.
Yeah.
Same time next week, unless anything crazy happens. Yes,
Yeah.
Same bad time, same bad channel.
that's right. All right. I love y'all. I'll see you later.
Love you guys too. Good
Yeah.
night.
Love ya.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, that is it. Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much, everyone in chat. I try to go out of my way to like not pay too much attention to chat, but like it's so cool seeing everyone here and stuff like that. This has been awesome. And I know Fawn really appreciates everyone stopping by, and I do too. I'm super excited to come back next week and give you guys another fun tale. So I hope everyone does well, and thank you guys endlessly again. This has been so much fun. This has been glorious. Thanks, Moss. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's been super fun. I will see you guys next week. Bye.